Yo, what's happening, y'all? Hey, episode 18. We here. The Amaury Love Podcast. Days of Future Past. Clearly inspired by goddamn X-Men 97. Bruh. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has just experienced me or allowed me to experience them in any type of way. To anyone who's been like watching like the pod or listening to the music or watching me play the video game, any of these things, I'm extremely grateful, bruh, because honestly, especially where my life is at right now. Hold on, let me make sure this motherfucker ain't tripping, because I need to make sure this goddamn audio is good, because I'm sorry, bro, I be seeing that, like, I was watching the goddamn alright, this goddamn audio be tweaking. Alright, I know you can hear me double now, but yeah, I gotta get the mic better. Hold on. My bad. I hope that's not that bad. I gotta figure this out. I think I gotta get a new mic cord. I don't know if it's a mic or a stand, but like I was watching the playback for Def Jam, and I'm like, oh, this is so dope, but the audio is so trash, bro. And I feel bad, like anyone who's like trying to really tap in, like, bro, this is super fucking dope, but the shit is not hearable. My bad, I have something in my tooth. Anyways, listen, y'all. I am just in this big. I'm really in just appreciation right now, cause like, alright, so, damn, I don't know where to start, bro. I feel like this is gonna be a long episode, cause there's so, like, this week has been crazy, bro. Like, in a sense, like, there's so much dope hip hop shit. It's a bunch of fucking dope shit as far as like the new X-Men episode dropped and like all that nerd stuff, and then like even just me personally as a human being, there's things I want to share with y'all, cause, bruh, this was I experienced therapy for the first time last week too, so I feel like this is an ill thing to talk about and share with y'all. Obviously not the nuances of the conversation, but just like tying in how, I mean, I feel like God isn't everything. I feel like God is everything, right? Everything that you experience is God, good, bad, you know what I'm saying? God wants you to experience these things. So it's interesting how like sometimes you might have a question to something that you don't know how you're gonna find an answer, and then it comes from something that you did not expect. You know what I mean? But anyways, where do we start? Oh, first is we're gonna start. Hold on, you check out the jersey though. Hold on. Check the jersey out. My bad. I ain't got a belt. You see this, bro? This is a Marlins Naruto jersey, bro. Look at this shit. Hold on, y'all probably see better like this. Y'all see this? Hold on. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I got the best godmother in the world. My auntie had pulled up for the Puerto Rico this week, but she wanted me to kick it. I'm like, nah, auntie, not today. I got a pod to do. So I could be in some nice beach right now, but I chose to be with y'all because I really love the podcast and it's dope. But look, check out the jersey though. Apparently in the Marlins Stadium, they had like a Naruto day, and my auntie, my bad to the audio listeners, I'm showing you, this is an orange Marlins jersey with goddamn the clouds in it. It's an official like Marlins jersey, and this motherfucker got the Marlins patch on the left arm, and it got the it's not the hidden leaf. It got the is this the hidden leaf or is this a seal? I think this is a seal. Or Naruto's, I don't know, I might be fucking it up. Because you know Naruto got the seal in his stomach, the whole Kurama. Because he got a demon inside of him. He keep locked away. He be fighting with that motherfucker every day. But yeah, my auntie I pulled up the day before yesterday. And she gave me the best compliment in the world. I just seen her like 2 months ago, or 3 months ago, my auntie had passed. My other auntie had passed. Rest in peace to Titi Sandra. But when she seen me today, the day before yesterday, she's like, nephew, like, what's going on? Like, I could see you. She's like, you really been working out. I was like, yeah, that boy really, man, I ain't even gonna, that boy actually, like, I really got a 6-pack now. Listen, I'm before I get into some deep stuff, let me tell you the most, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason why I took like ESC classes back in the day. Cause let me tell you my logic, right? I remember in middle school, this was a girl I used to have a crush on, Jackie Vargas. Damn, I just said her name. Fuck it, whatever. Ain't nothing crazy. That's my dog anyway. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's been a while, but I'm saying that she cool. And I remember that she, like, I was crushing on her, but she, like, the only dude in school with a six pack. And this was my logic. Oh, in order for me to pull girls, I need a six pack. That's the only, and it's funny. It is funny. Like, my whole life, I've been watered. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't disciplined enough to hit the gym, but okay, this is a nice little segue. I do gotta, and hopefully, I got so much to talk about, and I know, like, I gotta call, we're gonna do Power segment. I did get to season 2 of Power. I ain't finished it. I'm halfway through, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I do want to say one thing. Bruh, I need to see 50 Cent in, like, a Marvel movie. I know they're saying that The Rock is being cast for Apocalypse. I beg to differ. I think 50 Cent should be Apocalypse, because he's such a, bruh, that's a whole nother conversation. But oh man. So so Pete, right? My bad. I'm excited, dog. I've been waiting all week to talk to y'all, low key. Which is crazy, cause if like the people closest in my life like know that I low key been going through it, low key, and not for nothing. Not like I know. So like, oh my god, money problems or whatever. No, it's like I told y'all last time I had quit smoking, right? So I've taken breaks from smoking before, but this is the first time I really went through withdrawals for real. Like I didn't understand what that meant. Like, what do you, like, what, withdrawals, like, oh, your body's gonna be reacting. So, no, I'm talking about, like, I'm feeling it, like, for, like, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe I'm getting, I guess smoking was, like, dampening feelings I had about certain things, because it's easy, you upset, all right, let me smoke one. Oh, I'm pissed off about this. Oh, let me smoke one. Oh, let me, you know what I'm saying? When you operate that way, and granted, bro, I've been smoking since I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. The first time I smoked was with my first girlfriend, Imani, and her brother, and they had like a donk parked on the side. I think I probably shared this before too, but they used to have like a donk parked on the side of their house that didn't work in Colonial, and we hotboxed that bitch for the first time, and I can't remember. Like I said, I've taken breaks, but it'd be like, okay, 3 months. Oh no, the last break I took was like 6-month break, but I didn't really feel the withdrawals like that, right? And I don't know, but this time around, bruh, that shit, I feel that shit, bruh. And I guess I've been suppressing emotions and shit like that, because obviously, bro, I'm here in Puerto Rico, I'm dolo, so I didn't even realize or recognize how this goes. You little soft fast, what, you lonely, nigga? Yes, bruh. But it's different because, bruh, it's funny, bruh. It's funny because I ain't gonna lie, I guess I've been really spoiled, bruh. I've been spoiled by the women in my life. I've been spoiled by the homies, and I've been spoiled by just like God been spoiling me. I truly live in abundance, which is crazy because it's wild, because like I be feeling like I'm lacking, dog. Like I really be feeling like I'm lacking, right? Just in all areas of my life. And I tie everything together, right? So I feel like, oh, okay, well, since I'm not in this place in life, this is why, I don't got the wifey and like my whole situation set up, because, I didn't achieve my goals, right? Or I'm utilizing my, what I do to value my self-worth. Now, mind you, this is not a conscious thought. It's not like I be just sitting there like, oh my God, I'm not here in life, so this is why everything's fucked. No, it's just I recognize that these are things that I things that I put in the back of my brain, and I'm operating from that place, but I'm not recognizing it. So when I sit there and feel like, yo, why am I feeling this way? Like, you know what I mean? But right, even with all the that I've been feeling this shit like that, the one thing that I'm truly absolutely grateful for is the clarity that I feel right now. Like, I feel so clear, and I don't want, like, I'm almost addicted to the clearness I feel, right? Because, like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? I don't know, it wasn't last week. I don't know when it was, bro, but I had a day where I just like I was just in a good space. I woke up early in the morning. I had slid to like a beach. I done fucking just did my little routine type shit, right? I felt clear. So then I'm like, all right, cool. I got this little. Let me go ahead and get. You know what I mean? And the moment I did it, my whole fucking like it's almost like it was like a switch. Like there was a switch on this whole time, and then that switch went off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I feel like nasty, right? And then my thought, like, then I started getting intrusive thoughts about shit. And I'm like, hold up, what's going on? Why? And that was one of the decisions that I was like, nah, this shit gotta go. This shit gotta go. Now, am I saying I'm gonna quit forever? I don't know, but I feel so good right now that I don't want to. You know what I mean? And I remember for a long time, I felt like I needed it to like write or whatever. But when you really think about it, when you smoke, it's just instant meditation. I could just sit my ass down for 5-10 minutes and just be in silence and breathe, right? And I could get that same high from smoking a blunt, right? But, you know, to sit still, it takes a lot of patience. Think about it. Our body is made out of a trillion cells that are in constant motion to, you know, make us, right? So to sit still is a very difficult thing. And our mind is going to constantly wander. And then the goal is to, like, you know, okay, mind wandering. All right, get back to, you know, be present. Anyways, so I'm saying all this to say that I feel so clear, bruh. I feel clear and motivated. So, like, so I see the positive trickle effects, like, off the rip that started taking place once I, you know, made that decision, right? Whatever, people could look at it in another way. Oh, so you think you stopped smoking and now, well, you couldn't do that before? Bruh, I needed to. And now, especially with, bruh, come on, bruh. I ain't trying to, because I got so much that I want to do. And I think that the key that has helped me, like, be able to just, because I ain't gonna lie, it's been rough, especially with the, like, I'll notice when I get upset, it's a little bit more upset. When I'm like, when I feel pressure, feel like a little pressure. And I think these are, like, the withdrawals, right? Because even when I think about it, it's not just the weed, but it was the combination of rolling it up with the backwood. So the tobacco from the backwood as well. So my body is like, what the fuck, bro? You was putting this in my body you was giving this us every day. Now you're shocking me right now. What the fuck going on? All right. So, and because I didn't gradually stop, I just, like, you know what I mean? I had probably damn near an ounce and just threw that bitch away. I was like, fuck it. Because if I waited to smoke all that shit, then I would have just gave myself another excuse to fucking whatever. And it's funny because someone asked me, like, bro, why didn't you just give it to me? Nah, bro, that's the point. The point was to throw it away. No, hey, you just spent this amount of money and it's gone. So you better make this a point because you know what I mean? That might be stupid logic, but in my brain, that's what makes the most sense to me, for me to, I don't know, bro. I kind of, like, got to trick myself. I know how I'm motivated. I know, like, I got stupid motivations. Like, it's funny. As I've been diving inward, right, I recognize what motivates me, what I'm inspired by, like, real clear, right? And, like, what's gonna get me up in the morning and or, like, have me, oh shit, what, this could be real. Okay, hold on, I know how what gets me up. So I'm trying to lean into that so I can stay in that space, right? Or, like, I'll trick myself to motivate myself. So one of the things that helped me, right? If you have a bad habit, you can't just stop it. You have to replace it, right? So my way of replacing it is going to the gym. So now I've made a decision, like, I bet. So at least this is how it works for me. I don't know how other people go about their workout shit. Me and my dog, Cameron, was talking about this shit. And he was explaining to me, like, bro, I can give you advice. Because he been on his gym shit heavy since, like, last year. And because he does jujitsu, he's not working out. I'm working out to look good. Hey, I got to sit, man. Hey, hold on, man. This shit, this is crazy. I got a damn 6-pack now. I want this shit to be here forever. But my bro, he don't give a fuck about looking good no more. He does jujitsu. He works out for strength. Like, he'll be fighting purple belt. I think Cameron a blue belt? I don't know. I think he a blue belt. I think he a blue belt. Yeah, he a blue belt, right? And I think, what is it, purple and then black, or purple, brown, black? I don't know. I know he up there because he been doing it for a hot minute, right? So he was explaining to me like, bro, when you he's like, now I'm at the point where I'm just working out to be stronger, because I might face an opponent, and with jujitsu it's like a, you know what I'm saying, like I can't even explain it because I don't do jujitsu, but you know what I'm saying, you grappling, you drop a motherfucker in his head, doing all type of stuff, putting people in submission, all this type of shit, right? Your strength matters so much, because if someone could put you the headlock, that your strength is what's gonna determine how the fuck you get out that bitch. So he was explaining to me that, like, bro, I'm just trying to get stronger. So his workouts are now geared towards strengthening certain areas. So when he's having a match and he's like, oh, I realized that, damn, I need my upper body strength a little more, because I was just fighting this dude and he put me in the shit and I couldn't get out. And if I was a little stronger this way, I would have been able to get out because of woo woo. So stuff like that. Me right now, I'm just working out to look good, bro, and also to not smoke. I mean, at this point now, it's been a little minute. I'm still feeling the withdrawals. I don't know how long this shit's supposed to last, but now I'm like, all right, fuck it, because I always wanted to get right too, right? So I was thinking, I actually was watching something with Michael B. Jordan when they was doing Creed, I think, and he was explaining what his workout regimen was and what he was eating, right? And I'm like, I'm still in that. Work out twice a day, brown rice, broccoli, and chicken. Now, mind you, the oh shit, hold on, my bad, bro. I gotta make sure my goddamn I forgot to put the rice up. Hold on. Damn, I'm fucked up. My bad. Damn, please, hey, anybody on, make sure, let me know if there's fucking static in this hole. My bad. Hold on, now I could check if there's static. I gotta open no goddamn FL Studios. Nah. Hey Siri, set timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, counting.
My bad, y'all. Yup. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm a meal prepper right now. Yeah, my bad. So anyways, going back to that. I was like, nah. So I worked out in the morning. I went to work. I worked a 12-hour shift. And then I worked out right at, nah, I lied. It was like 11 hours and 30 minutes. But anyways, and then I went to the gym after the fact. But it feel good, bro. Like, I don't feel, it's crazy how even removing smoking out of my again, I'm not making it a thing. If you smoke. Like, everyone has their own. I'm just saying why this works for me, okay? I have a physical active job that I'm walking all fucking day. I'm delivering heavy ass packages all day. So I've been doing the right thing as far as putting the right things in my body. I got my fucking, like my fucking mushroom supplements and sea moss supplements and fucking, what's the other shit? But I got shit that I take in the morning along with my smoothie. I got like a whole little routine that I do in the morning, right? So that gives me the nutrients that I need to sustain myself throughout the day, right? And so I don't feel fatigued, right? So I was like, all right, let me try. I worked out early in the morning just off the first time I did that, I worked out early in the morning just off the strength of like, all right, it's convenient, so I don't got to go after work. Worked out in the morning, went to work. Man, I was feeling like, ugh, just I was like, I don't want, bro. But again, like, my intrusive thoughts was just in my, I was like, ugh, fuck it, I'm going to the gym afterwards. Because when that happens, I normally would lean into going to roll one up. I'm like, fuck that, I'll just go to the gym. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if it's my ego or whatever, but something felt good about going to the gym twice in one day. And not bullshit. I'm not in the gym like, let me work out a little bit, let me stop. Oh, let me make some content. Like, be motherfuckers in the gym with their little camp. Well, I mean, there's people that do that and it's cool because they are teaching and motivating people, but that ain't me, right? But I also know there's people in that bitch bullshitting, right? Nah, I'm in that bitch putting in work because I want to look good. You know what I'm saying? And I want, I want to feel good. And I'm like, all right, bet. I know I haven't been feeling 100%. Well, at least this is gonna help me, at least, walk there, right? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see how shit go next week. You know what I'm saying? But so right now it's I work out every other day. Work out one day, rest one day, work out one day, rest one day. Is that the best way to do it? I have no idea, but that's what works for me, and that's what's getting me the results. Like, I got veins in my arm now. I never had that shit before. And it feel good, man. It feel good. I'm trying to get right. So when I meet my dream queen, listen, I'm gonna look so, man. Listen. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be right. I mean, I'm physically, mentally, and money wise. That's what we got to work into. So I told y'all. I don't think did I talk about this last part? I'll talk about it now because this is gonna connect with my therapy session. So I made the decision that I'm going to therapy, right? For a bunch of reasons. A lot of reasons, because work been stressful, but not because of the work, but I don't know, bro. I gotta, especially when it comes, like, management don't fuck with me, and I don't fuck with management, bro. I'm a rebel in that bitch, low key, because they can't stand me, bro. They can't stand me because they know, like, man, look, I think I told y'all this. If whoever haven't heard this, I'll say it for the first time now, bro. There's someone from corporate came in that bitch one day, bro. This white dude, bro. And he was trying to, like, how I say this shit without sounding crazy. Like, all right, so I'm in Puerto Rico, bro. I work in Bayamon. I'm in Puerto Rico, right? So most of the people that work at the post office, they're like kind of like ex-military or whatever. They come this way, right? And people on the island, bro, and people from the Caribbean know what's up. People from the island have this like chill vibe of like, it's all right, everything gonna be good. Like, they don't be stressing nothing, right? Even when it's bullshit, it's like, okay. Me, I think because of the trauma of being in lack for such a long time, all this means a lot to me, because it's like, nigga, this is my job. I need to make sure that I got my, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, fucking around in here. I got to make sure I get paid so I could, pay all this debt that I've accumulated, and also save up so I could do the things that I need to do and be the person that I want to be, right? So I be taking shit real serious. I be in that bitch not playing. I walk in that shit, say what's up to everybody, then I'm going to work. Like, I ain't finna be fucking kicking it and everyone bullshit. No, because I already know they gonna give me the worst shit because I just came from the States. They gonna, he know how to work. Let's give him the hard routes. Let's do this. And I'm like, I bet, whatever. Y'all gonna have to pay me for the overtime, but it's cool. So anyways, white dude from corporate in that bitch, right? And he, there's some shit, bro. It's some stupid. It's not even that big, the situation, right? It was about water, right? Because I guess because of the temperatures here and shit like that, and a lot of, like, I'm a CCA, right? So we like at the lowest tier in the post office. So pretty much, we, even when all the regulars leave at 5 o'clock, bro, we be in that bitch till 8, 9 o'clock, because everything that didn't get done by the people in the morning, they throw it on us, or people call out, whatever the case. We're like the cleanup crew. We got to take care of everything, right? So they make sure that they, provide water bottles and shit like that, or whatever the case may be, right? And they stress about making sure that we're hot, because there's been situations where people then passed out in the middle of their route because of the heat, because their body couldn't stand it or whatnot. So anyways, right? There's some in the post office, somebody called a shop steward. What the shop steward does, he is a person that pretty much makes sure that all the carriers are good and shit like that. So the shop steward asking bro a question like, hey, so they're asking a question about water, right? Pretty much. So, but what he was asking was, under the circumstance, because they had, I guess they bought some like cheap ass water machines so you could just fill in water or whatever the case may be, but they was buying pallets of water bottles, and I guess whoever's supposed to be ordering that shit been half-assing and not ordering the pallets of water bottles. So he was asking, okay, under the circumstances, can we come back to the station and grab water if we got to refill our cups or whatever the case may be? Like, how people bring in little Stanley cups or little bottled waters or whatever shit. And the dude, he didn't. I knew he didn't understand his question directly, because again, like, everyone speaks Spanish. People in the post office speak English, but it's not like how I'm talking right now. You know, they sound like Bad Bunny, low key. Oh yeah, you ever heard Bad Bunny talk? I'm not just out of I'm just saying, just to give you a audio representation of how someone who lives in Puerto Rico and learns English speaks. Right? I'm the opposite. I was born and raised in Miami-Dade County. That's why, like, my Spanish is the opposite. The moment I start speaking Spanish, I'll be like, "Sí, puedo hacer." They hear my tone, like they'll just start speaking to me in English back. Cause they're like, "Oh yeah, you're not really from here." You know what I mean? Like you was a raiser. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me help you out and speak English back to you. But anyways, I don't think he understand, bro. Right? So he's like, "Oh, like I said, we have water here." So something in me was like, I ain't like how you just spoke to bro. And he the shop steward. And granted, this is like the morning meeting that like he's talking, and then like everyone, like, you know, we got like 50 fucking routes. So it's like 60 people around and shit like that. So some in me was irritated, and I was like, excuse me, sir, let me ask you something. And I know you expect it, cause I like, bruh, how you see me dressed right now. Just imagine this. Ain't I'm in my backwards hat. I got my goals on. I got my work shirt. Not even work. I'm in a black tee tucked in my fucking USPS pants and shit like that, right? And I'm like, so I have a question. So given the circumstances that, let's say we're out on a route, let's say we happen to run out of water, we're feeling dehydrated. Do we have permission to come back to the station to refill our water bottles just to make sure that we're good? Bro hit me with the, like I said, we have water here in the station. And then he tried to change the subject. I'm like, wait, sir, no, hold on. You're not answering my question. I'm asking, under these circumstances, are we able to come back? Are we allowed to come back? Because you know, again, to give a little backstory, they stress us about time. They'll give us more than we can handle and expect us to finish it within a certain period of time, right? Because I already know some business shit, right? Because the more packages we receive, the more money the station makes. The more money the station makes, the bigger the bonus other motherfuckers get. You know what I'm saying? It's some corporate bullshit. It's just how all this shit work, right? But I'm asking a genuine question because it's not about me, right? It's really about so that we can all be on the same page, because I know if we fucking up, it's going to look bad on management. And if management's fucking up, it's going to look bad on the general manager. And if general manager fucking up, it's going to look bad on the fucking corporate. So you got to make sure the bottom tier is good so that everyone else could be straight. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways. So, as I'm explaining, I'm like, look, I just want to make sure that I'm asking you this, and you're not answering my question, and I'm trying to make sure so all of us are good, because they be stressing us. He tried to cut me off in the middle of my, like I said, we have water. I'm like, all right, like, then I cut his ass back off. I got so irritated, bro. I'm like, all right, fine. And I started looking at it. I just stopped paying attention. I said, God going on my phone. I'm like, all right, bro. And I didn't notice, but everybody peeped game at my fucking reaction to that, because I'm like, bro, you came from corporate, bro, or wherever I don't even know if he's from. I don't even know his position. I just know he's not from our station. He just pulled up to, I guess, to see whatever's going on. But I'm not incompetent, bro. I might look like, oh yeah, you got tattoos. Nah, bro, I'm very intelligent. I'm asking you a question, you are not answering it, and I'm letting you know you not answering my question. I'm like, I bet, whatever, cool. And then ever since that day, I feel like everybody else low key, like, now they be just asking, like, cause some other shit happened where another CCA was like snapping on the regulars, like, y'all be leaving us too much, like, y'all be taking advantage, y'all just want to have a chill day, we gotta be leaving here at 9 o'clock every day. So I know, like, some people in management, I know I rubbed them the wrong way, cause I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I was a person that kind of was being real outspoken at first, and it kind of started a chain effect. And not to give myself credit or whatever the case may be, because I didn't do that for that. I did it because it was the right thing to do. Bro, we working all the fucking time, and then y'all, like, and trust me, I understand why he didn't want to answer my question. Because if he said yes, then it's your fault when I come back to the station and I fuck off 30 minutes because I'm fucking dehydrated and I got to come back or whatever. And and boom. So ever since then, like there's a nut. I ain't even gonna go through the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, cause then whatever, bro. Cause I'm sharing this from the perspective of just a regular ass dude that got a job. You know what I'm saying? But as you know, working in that space. But I'm like, nah. And now, like, bro, I know they're not fucking with me because like they won't say nothing to me unless they absolutely have to. Like, unless they absolutely have to, they not gonna ask me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other supervisors cool as fuck, right? And they know I'm working too. Like, I don't be bullshitting, bro. Like I said before, when I gotta do something, I have to do something. I put 100,000% in. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, unless I feel like it's some shit I'm not supposed to be doing. Like, don't ask me to stay after 9 o'clock to throw. No, that's not my job. You know what I mean? And I can tell you no because it's not in my job. I'm within my legal parameters to tell your ass no. You know what I mean? You could ask me and I say no. Or if you schedule me for a time and you call me early, I'm not picking up the phone. Y'all stupid. Y'all should have scheduled me earlier like y'all was supposed to. Y'all want to schedule me a little later in the day? I'm coming at that time. You know what I mean? That's why it's important to know the ins and outs of whatever workplace that you in and make sure you know your rights so you can make sure that they not trying to take advantage of you because they'll do that. And then, not me. Not me. And then like the people, the people that come that are not from Puerto Rico that come over here, they could get over on people that don't really speak English like that. Cause like they not even, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's communication, right? Communication is so important. So they can get over with talking to people any type of way or whatever. Nah, hold up, like you just not finna talk to me any type of way. We at work, like you just not finna. And like if you talk to me in some way, I'm gonna let you. Hey, nah, we not. No. Why are you catching the attitude? I'm asking you a question. You can't answer my question. You could even tell me, hey, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know the question. I get back to you. But people are so in their ego because they don't want to be wrong or look crazy that they can't just admit that they wrong. Bruh, come on, bruh. It's not that serious. We at work. Anyways. So I don't even know where that came from. All right, let me tie this back into the fucking. I was going to talk about therapy, but that shit, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I address that, whatever the case may be, right? So I going through all this bullshit, right? I remember one of these days, like, it was just crazy, bro. Like, again, 12-hour shifts back to back to back. This shit just had me drained, bro. So I called out, and I'm, like, mentally fatigued, too. And I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I got to go to therapy, bro. I feel like I feel it, and I don't know what's going on, right? So, I scheduled the appointment, whatever. A good thing is, it's done to the post office, whatever. So I go to see the therapist, right? She was cool as fuck. Mind you, I've never done therapy at all. And, I think my ex was telling me how she does it and she gets something out of that, whatever. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Let me, whatever. I'm thinking about it. What was it? Fucking, anyway, so we're talking. She asked me, so why did you decide to do therapy? And I'm just explaining to her this and the third, right? And like I mentioned to y'all before, I'm going back to school, right? I'm going back to school for radiology. I want to get into the medical field. One, because I think I could be a leader in that space because I care. So if it has to involve with people's lives, I think I'll take my job very serious. And I want to work 3 days a week and get paid more than I get paid now and have 4 days off. So those 4 days, I could do whatever the fuck I want. So I'll sacrifice 2 years to do that, right? I don't care. I'm going to always make music. This pod will happen every Sunday regardless. And all the other stuff that I want to, it'll happen whenever God wanted it to happen. It'll happen, and I'm putting in the effort to do it. But also I need to make sure I'm stable. I need to make sure I'm making enough money so I can sustain myself. You know what I'm saying? So I could build a future family and take care of not just myself but other people. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I fucked up. I fucked over and accumulated debt. So I'm over here taking care of this shit so I can get to that point, right? So anyways, talking to my therapist or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I'm planning on going back to school. She said, what school did you apply for or whatever? And I was like, oh yeah, I applied for UCC because they got this medical program. It's 2 years, blah, 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 blah. And then, let me tell you how God work, bruh. So, turns out the lady used to be a professor. All right, let me tell you how cool. Y'all see my album cover, right? I'll show you. So, my album cover is, my bad, hold on. Damn, I gotta call it Jazz soon because her ass gonna end up not being able to fucking hop on the phone. We can talk about power. y'all seen this, right? The album cover, right? This was actually taken in uh in a in a university, and it turns out to be the same university that my therapist used to be a professor at. And she's like, hey, they actually have English programs. I know you actually, I could hear like you primarily speak English. I think it'll be easy for you to actually go into the school, take the classes that you need, and if you still want to go to UCC, you could transfer. Anyway, long story short, she gave me the game. She gave me the full game. As long as it ain't Argentina, protect. See, this motherfucker talk for, but I don't know what the fuck you talking about Argentina for, but I get what you're saying. Don't be bringing no Argentina. What the hell that mean? Now I got beef with them. If some Argentina gonna be on my side. What does he mean by that? Nah, I was just fucking with you, dog. So my professor, she gave me the game, bro. She gave me the full game and what to do. She actually gave me a number, an extension, and who to speak to, and this and third. And that shit gave me so much peace, bro. Because as a man, right, I recognize that I didn't do a good job in my 20s creating that foundation for me to be a man. I was so fixated on trying to be somebody instead of becoming somebody. Meaning, oh no, I'm working on this music and I'm trying to go out so I could network, and then I'm giving myself excuses. Yeah, I'm going out to network, but I'm really chasing bitches at the same time. I'm really going out. Oh shit, icebergs outside. Oh shit, this person's here. This, that, and the third. I'm being like, as a 26-year-old, I was operating from that 16-year-old of excitement, right? Of like, oh my God. Like, I still get that way. When I talk, like when I still get excited when new music come out. Like, bro, this whole morning, I was bumping T.I. album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit was amazing. Just driving through fucking Piñones and shit. The foot up on the gas. Ooh, or fuck it, I ain't gonna lie, pistol on the dance floor is my shit, right? I don't know. I think I've been bumping that shit a lot. I don't even know if that's like the real slap. Oh, and I'll get to that in a minute. My bad. I don't want to get too excited. See, I'm getting better now that I'm sober. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of like, you know what I mean? Pace myself a little bit better. But yeah. It gave me a piece that like, damn, I see a direction I can go to, and now I don't feel like if things are clouded, because it felt clouded for a long time. I truly believe that at one point that if I don't make it in my dream, I'm worth nothing. Like, oh, I'm not deserving of love because I didn't make it. I'm not deserving of, money because I didn't make it. I'm not deserving of whatever love or happiness or whatever because I didn't achieve my goal or what I thought was success. So I was operating from that place for a very long time, and it took a minute to reckon. It's funny, I didn't even get these answers didn't come from fucking the therapist either, because she let me vent for like 20 minutes, and then when she's like, oh, you're going to school, then it turned into that, right? I can't wait for the next session. I don't even know what the fuck we're going to talk about. I don't have it. It's not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after the fact. I look forward to it. But it was just crazy to me, and I walked out of the thing like, bro, God be God, and for real, because who would like out of what? And the irony of that, the school that she was telling me about is where my motherfucking album cover is at. So if that's not a motherfucking sign, bruh, so crazy. So I'm so thankful for that, and like I don't even look at it in no type of way, because I don't see it like I'm failing. Look, I don't need too much for me to be content. Like, if I could do the pod, if I could make music in my spare time, and I could go to the movies whenever I want, buy some comic books, you know what I'm saying, save, invest a little bit, I'm not money hungry. You know what I mean? I'm not. Like I don't move, you know what I'm saying? That's funny. I'll be talking to my homegirl, and or like whatever. Like, some people have different priorities. I'm not tripping about like, because I know people that's like, oh yeah, like they'll have so much on their plate and then they keep trying to add more. And I'm like, why are you putting that stress on you? All your bills is paid. You have enough to save. You have enough to invest. Like, yeah, if you truly, or you got, like, I'm not saying don't be ambitious and don't be a hustler, right? Because I work my ass off crazy for the stuff that I want. But at the same time, like, when are we going to live? Like, act, truly live and enjoy yourself. When are you gonna take the time to enjoy yourself? To, you know what I'm saying? You work, and you know, you look back and like, damn, I spent all this time busting my ass, but am I truly feeling fulfilled with my, not with the, you know what I'm saying? I've been operating from Amaury love this entire time, and Jose died. I had to revive his ass. Zay, wake your ass up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Peter Parker is, you know, like Spider-Man, like the new Spider-Man movie come out in 2 weeks, right? The whole theme is like brand new day. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, the world forgot about Peter Parker, so he just leaned into Spider-Man, right? And that's why it resonated so much with me. And someone else said something along those same lines that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world sees the mask that you put to the world, right? And it is a part of you, it's true. But at the same time, you think about that 16-year-old, that 18-year-old, that 19-year-old that was still trying to figure the world out and was operating from a place of like, yeah, oh, this is what I actually love. And then, you know, then when you got to become responsible and an adult and do things, and you're doing things that you don't necessarily might necessarily want to do, but you have to do so you can survive. And I mean, so real interesting stuff, man. I'm so thankful, bro. And then I'm grateful because even the medical I feel like a lot of the people in my life are in a medical program for some reason. Like, two of my homegirls are about to graduate from nursing. My dog is a respiratory therapist. My other homie is going into some other shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. At least I feel like, shit, I would, you know, I love the post office, but I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to turn 40, 50 years old and, oh yeah, I retired, but now my body is just broken because I've been walking 30,000 steps every day for 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? I need to create some type of financial freedom for myself and to be able to give me the time to also do the other things that I want to do. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what 4 days feel like. Like, when I took my little vacay on my birthday and shit like that, that's, you know how long it was since I actually had, like, for me, not like my auntie, like, hey, look, we doing this thing, or like, for me, it wasn't even necessarily about my birthday. Fuck the birthday. It's about, I need to have some time for me that I haven't created, right? I don't know what that abundance of time feel like, because I've been working since I was 16 years old. Damn near I've never really not had a job, and even when I didn't have a job, I was doing shit to make money. So it's not like I'm always was just grinding, bruh. And apparently I wasn't doing that good of a job because you know what I mean, my savings ain't crazy right now. But you know, this is the goal. This is why we're progressing and trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. God just been working through my universe, and I'm trying to make the right decisions, and I'm trying to just be as pure as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I need to create that foundation. How can I start a family if I ain't good? How can I maintain, I don't say maintain a girlfriend, because I do believe also if a woman love you or feeling you, she'll be willing to build with you. And I'm not saying I don't want a woman to do nothing for me, but I'm saying, and like from a financial aspect, but I'm saying, like, you know, maybe that's my flawed thinking of like, oh, I'm not deserving of love unless I'm at a certain financial space or whatever the case may be. But anyways, I'm just thankful for the things that are taking place now to give me that, oh, I see it now. That's why I'm so motivated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hit the gym twice a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the gym twice a day now. You know what I mean? I'm making sure as soon as school starts, I'm gonna be on that shit heavy. I ain't playing because this is gonna give me, this is really my second chance. Before I gotta call Jazz so we can talk about power, because that's gonna be the first segment of the day. One thing that hurt when I left Miami to come to Puerto Rico, the only thing that bothered me was like, fuck, I thought I was gonna make it while I was at home. Now I don't even know what that means now, right? But I was like, man, you know, I was really trying to get it or whatever, but I was just such in a bad place that I didn't have the circumstances didn't allow me to keep chasing what I was chasing. And I was chasing it, so it was going to keep running away from me. I didn't allow it to track myself. But I remember I wrote a post on Facebook or some shit like that of just like, man, I really wish I could have made it in my city before leaving, this and the third, or whatever the case may be. That was the one thing that was like, fuck, bruh. And even when I came over here, I still didn't know what it looked like. Like, what it's going to, you know what I mean? All right, I'm working at the post office. I guess I'm going to be the mailman for the next 20 fucking years or whatever the case may be. But now I see, like, And I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn because like even my boy Nick, he's like he been like, bro, you gotta tap it, like, bro, I'm telling you. And he's like, and I know he made way more than me, and he only working 3 days a week. I want to do that so that I could imagine I get some shit or whatever the case may be. Yeah, making it is weird as fuck, but it's making it to what you think making it is, right? If I could pay all my bills, if I could support a family, and I could invest, I'll be fine, bruh. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. Do I want to continue to elevate and expand? Yes. It's a misnomer. It's a fit angle. But I also think that like as we all strive for different things. So there's a society way of looking at what making it is, right? Or like the generic shit. It's funny because I haven't really been on social media. I'm in like, when did I get off social media? It was like the end of May. I really don't give a fuck about going back on social media. I did reactivate my shit, and I only jumped on social media just to do one thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna deactivate it again. I'll leave it there, but I'm not scrolling or nothing, bro. It's a false positive. Yes, absolutely, it is a false positive. But one. All right, hold on. Let me get Shorty on the line, because if not, she gonna hold me. Hold on. Yazzie, what's happening?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Hey, so huh?
What's that?
Chilling out. You know, we're on the Amaury Love podcast, and you know you're my co-host in the power segment. So
Okay.
my bad. I was just talking about going back to school and all that type of stuff. But I was like, hold on, let me call her now, because I would hate for her to not jump on after I was blackmailed to have her on the episode.
What?
Yeah, you blackmailed me.
I did not blackmail you to be on an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Gracie? I thought she was joining.
I don't trust both y'all on this line at the same time. Call her.
Why?
Because y'all can't control y'all mouth. And I'm all right. Let me.
But you already said that's how it was gonna be. So why is things changing?
No, I didn't. First of all, we didn't say that. And then then she be like, wait, but what about me? Y'all call her. Let's see if she pick up. And hey, we already talked about. You already know what I'm saying. So I just need call her. Just call her. All right, whatever. Let me add it to the line. Let me see if she.
You need what?
Nothing. I'm just saying I don't trust y'all, because y'all just be saying whatever. Hold on. I'm gonna do the double FaceTime call shit or whatever the case may be. Hold on. Man, they be talking rag, huh? Nah, folks, I don't trust you either. Cause y'all just be saying y'all be saying crazy shit about people. I don't want 9 times out of 10. I don't even be wanting to fucking talk about stuff like, you know what I mean? She called me earlier. She was like, "Hey, did you see the thing? Don't send me nothing about no fucking. I don't care about what people are going through in their personal life. Now some cool, funny shit, yeah. Like I was watching the video of Wayno, and he was talking about goddamn what's the dude name though? The football player, Dan Cardi B or whatever. Keep it a buck. Yeah, I'm keeping it a buck. I don't trust none of y'all, but I gotta be mindful, cause hold on. I see the ass pick up. What's up, Yazzie? She knocked the fuck out. Yeah. That's how you join the pod, just laying down? That's how you living?
Yes. Is that an orange cardigan?
Nah, check it out though. This the Naruto jersey that my auntie got me.
Did you see that video I sent you with the boy saying he was Naruto?
That shit was funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
That's who you think you are right now.
Shut your ass up. You funny. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Let me so Glacy ain't pick up. I knew she wasn't gonna hop on. Oh, hold on. Let me
I'm like talking to my homegirl, and she's telling me that RNs are only making. She's an RN. She was telling me that they're making 4 to 5K a month, and a lot of them at her job. A lot of the RNs are working 2 jobs.
They're only making 4 to 5K a month, and they're only. Well,
Yeah, because the cost of living is in Florida is so high, so they gotta work two jobs.
yeah, that shit trash. Wasn't you saying that cuz Tiff just got her fucking thing, right? But you saying like what they're offering her is not the like
Yeah, she said she was. You're not on stream, right, or nothing?
I am. I'm a pod. What do you mean?
Oh, you're talking about Tiff though. You said her name.
Nobody know who she is. I mean, she technically was on the tape.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no who's
Yeah.
gonna.
What were you asking about Tiff?
No, cause you were saying not that. Not we ain't talking about nothing. I'm talking about like, cause you know the what the average nurse makes annually in because it's different in different states, right?
Yeah, I just think that's so crazy. Only 4 to 5K, and just her telling me how like, she's gonna have to find another source of income too. That's really crazy.
Yeah, go to school for 2 years, go in debt, and then get get another job to goddamn get.
But the thing is, I think the reason why they don't want to work a lot because they could just possibly run it up. But she says that being a nurse is just very draining.
I bet. That's why I'm doing radiology. I'm not gonna go through it.
Yeah, she was like, you can make money, but it's so draining. So a lot of them just will like pick up a second job to like sustain the lifestyle in Florida, which I feel like is very crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, she should look in Orlando. Cause I ain't gonna hold you based on what like Nick was telling me. This shit's actually pretty good there.
Yeah, she works in Miami.
Yeah.
She's RN, but in Cali they pay more.
They pay more everywhere. But the thing is, yes, they're gonna pay more. I'm sure a nurse in New York probably going crazy, but the price of living is wild. Girl, hold on. Call you audio. Hello? How you just hang up abruptly in the midst of the sentence? What's up with you?
What happened?
How you just hang up abruptly in the middle of the sentence? I'm trying to be professional and have a professional podcast, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Because it's just the economy is really bad. And, the cost of living in Miami is so high.
It's ridiculous. I don't care.
Sad.
I'm only going to Miami if I get like a couple M's and I'm gonna buy a house in Oak Cutler Road.
Seriously, yeah. It's like you have to be making a lot of money, or you had to already have like an established life there with family,
or like a home. Like a lot of people get caught up in renting, and didn't get their chance to own their house. And what ends up happening is like you get caught in a renter game. So you're always broke because whatever job you work in is just giving you enough to probably pay bills and kind of indulge in your vices. But then you don't really have to build, right? Like you'd have to be super disciplined and boring and it'll take forever. Cause that's where I was at. Which is crazy, and some people not fortunate to have like some type of like, oh, this is my grandmother's house that was given to my mom, and then this, that, and the third, so on and so forth. They don't have that luxury, so because with
right, like what you have in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, thank God. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But back home, my parents are kind of like, even when all this shit, we've been apart. For as long as I remember, we've had the house one time. We had that shit for like not even a year. Some bullshit happened. And that's when we ended up moving to South Point. Something happened where like my mom got robbed in front of fucking what's that store by South Ridge?
The store by South Ridge?
Yes. The it's a supermarket, like the Spanish super. I forgot the name of it.
What are you talking about? The Spanish store?
It's a Spanish grocery store. I forgot the name. But it's right like if you're on that road on South Ridge driving to Quail Roost, it's right by there. I don't know. I remember I was in 6th grade. I remember my mom had got robbed or some shit like that, and then we ended up having to fucking, I don't know what happened, but we ended up having to move to South Point because something about the money we had and I don't know, bro. I don't even know how to fucking.
Wait, hold on. Your mom got robbed.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, you didn't. I never told you that story.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know if she was pulling money out or putting money in. Cause you know my dad was making money off of gigs at the time, right? Like just doing shit with Gloria Stefan and then doing this and third or whatever. So something happened and she got robbed for not just the rent money, but I think there was more. Cause something happened where we couldn't pay the rent, and then we had to let the house go. So then we ended. No, we was living in South Miami. My mom we had a house in South Miami Heights for like a year. Yeah. Damn, I've never told you this. Yeah, cause we was living in Kendall. I want to say cause I had just started 6th grade, and then we ended up moving to they ended up getting the house in South Miami Heights. So that's when I started going to Richmond Heights Middle School. Like that's why I went to Richmond Heights Middle in 6th grade. So, but we had a house in South Miami Heights. It was like a year. It was right, it was by Eureka Park. And whatever. So, my mom it was a Presidente. That's what it's called. That's right. That's what it's called, right? Presidente. Yeah, where they got that nasty. All the fruits is fucking spoiled. That shit got no color.
They got good stuff.
Nah, that shit.
They have better stuff than if you're like a Spanish cooker or
the Caribbean shit, yeah.
Like Caribbean food, the Spanish store is the best place to go.
Yo, Haitian ass, they got the best banana. You see the green banana?
Exactly.
Fuck it. That's funny. That's actually funny. Nah, sure. I never liked. I think I ain't like how it smelled in that bitch. And there's always a Cuban lady with attitude that.
But that's Caribbean people in general. And Hispanic people, we always gotta smell in the house.
Yeah, that's true. Like
not my house, but
Yeah, your house smell like that. What you talking about?
No, it don't.
Stop lying. Your mama always has some random people in. There's always someone bringing food.
I don't live there anymore, so I now have my own, and it smells very nice.
What it smell like now? That smell like diapers and shit. Cause you a new mom. That's what's going on. Smell like Pampers and fucking and formula. I'm just bullshit. I'm about. But look, right? No, yeah. So she had got robbed, whatever, and that's how we ended up moving to South Point. So it's a blessing because I met, Nick, Cam, Carl, all the ass. I met them at in South Point Apartments. But that was a crazy thing. Damn, I thought I could have sworn I told you this. We must not really be friends.
No, we're not.
That's crazy. That
we hate each other.
That girl using me for I need my you know what? I'm mad. I feel like you blackmailed me for you to be a part of the podcast. That's what happened.
I did not blackmail you. You are forcing everybody to be a part of your podcast. That's what's happening.
Because I'm trying to be a leader. All right, I'm trying to. I see the vision. You get what I'm saying? Because if
people don't want to be in it, you don't like that.
No, that's not true. I don't act that way. I don't act that. You think so? No, it's not. Hey, no. Hey, real quick before we start talking about power, can you say what you said the other day when I got on the phone? That shit was hella funny. You know what I'm talking about? You was like, "Oh, I'm gonna describe you in 3 sentences." Remember that?
I did not say that.
You said some wild shit. That shit was so funny. No, don't say it, cause then I'm gonna look like a fucking Never mind.
Cause I was gonna do the one with you when you called me about the song you put out.
Wait, what?
In the West Coast stuff.
No, we're not talking about that.
I know. I was gonna say I was gonna do that phone call.
Nah, you stupid. Oh yeah, cause you be wanting to talk about like she go text me some shit with fucking some shit about Blueface. I'm like, Jazz, I don't want to hear none of that.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, but you know.
When you drop the song and
man, Jazz. Stop. Just stop.
Okay.
Oh my God. You don't listen. You don't fucking listen.
I never said that was on the
That you don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen. See, this is my problem. This is why I don't trust nobody. I can't, because the thing is, the people closest to me are the people that I do the podcast with. But it don't matter. It don't matter. That's the thing. This is what I was talking about earlier, right? I am so cognitive of what I want to talk about, one, and then two, what I choose to absorb, right? Because all that's important. I'm on a podcast, right? So you project what this is not. Who knows? This is not. Maybe no one's watching this now, or maybe someone's watching this 15 years from now. All this is documented forever. You get what I'm saying? So we have. I want to be responsible with the things that we talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like it's important. But Phobos, my bad. I'm talking to the chat as well. No, bruh, it's not about that. But I'm not doing this for clicks and content. Because if it was, then I'd just be saying a bunch of shit that's like real and all this type of stuff and like, I would. But this is not what this is for. You know what I mean? I want to be funny. I want to laugh. I want to entertain. Talk about some cool shit. But I'm not gonna stir up stuff because I know it's gonna get clicks and likes. And nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. So, anyways, right?
Do you get dressed for your podcast?
No, I normally wear a white shirt. But today, you know, my auntie got my Naruto jersey, so I'm just like, hold up, this shit hard. I gotta wear this motherfucker. Cause it's an authentic Marlins jersey, but it got Naruto on it. So that shit is crazy. So I was like, oh no, I gotta hop on the pod. I gotta hop on the pod with it, cause like, you know, I got and on the background I got Naruto back, and I'm responsible. And damn, I know I've been what I'm doing. Nah, don't play with me like that. I've never done, bro. When I say something about me, it got nothing to do with you. Does that make sense? If I say I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, I'm not saying that's what you want to do. I'm just being very vivid. I mean, very clear and transparent of me being responsible with my platform. Y'all can't be taking.
What made you want to start a podcast?
Oh, you're interviewing me? Oh shit, I ain't been interviewed in a minute. All right, cool.
What do you expect to gain out of this experience?
I want, when I pass away, that my great grandkids have my documentation of my thoughts and how I was at the age that I was at and what I was thinking about, what I was experiencing. Because, again, all right. So for instance, right, I had this. I thought about this when on my birthday week when I went to go to my dad's old town, and I was thinking like, damn, I don't have. My dad obviously he was famous in the 90s and 80s. Or the 70s and 80s or whatever, right? So I get to see video clips of my dad when he was younger and oh shit. Hold on, y'all, hold on. I gotta cut off my Hey Jazz, entertain the podcast for like 2 minutes. I gotta cut off my rice cooker. You know how that boy meal prepping. I gotta make sure this shit right. Hold on.
Guys, I don't get paid enough for this.
That's crazy.
Amaury love thank you.
That I leave for 2 seconds and you talking shit. That's crazy.
I did not know you were there.
That's crazy. So you wanted me to see this in the playback, huh? Looking back like, oh, what the fuck? Hey, hold up, dude. No, but look, originally I had started the podcast because I was gonna do. Like I think, you know, it's crazy. I think I started it. There was like a podcast summit or something like that. I think I actually started it like a little bit right after that, right? Because I was like, oh, that looks so dope. And I it's a lot of people that I watch. Like I watch like Effective Immediately. You know, I watch the Glasses podcast. I watch fucking all these different fucking pods like Brilliant Idiots and the list goes on. Jay Shetty, whatever, right? Anyways, so I was like, you know what? I don't know if I could do it. Girl, you farted or something? What's that? The what?
There's a child that's been abducted in Houston.
Oh, okay, that's the baby. It's so funny. I thought that girl's in the bathroom like, yo,
No,
you
that's
two.
not funny. The
You're
child being
Huh? Oh, I thought you said. I thought you. Oh no, hell no. Oh no. Shit, my bad. Hell no. I thought that was your child making noise.
No.
Oh shit. God bless. I hope that child is found. My bad. Anyways, I started the podcast initially to like explain, kind of talk like, cause I feel like people don't know who I am, and from the outside in, you know what I'm saying, like who the fuck is Amaury Love? So I wanted to kind of like tell my story, I guess, kind of like what J. Cole did with the Inevitable podcast, but at the same time use it as a way to talk about each song on the tape, right? And then as it transformed and progressed, I was like, you know what? I'm actually really enjoying this. Like, I actually like doing this. I have fun. I get to, I already, you talk so much. It's your fault. I got some trauma too. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna tell my therapist about you on Tuesday.
So wait, hold on. Okay, so those are the reasons why. There's nothing else.
You be making it seem like this shit don't mean nothing. That's it? That's all because you wanted to explain your songs and you wanted to show your great grandkids who you were? That's nice.
I thought you were gonna say something about your music or connect that to.
But I did. Okay. So again, the first 11 episodes or 12 is explaining the album and my music journey. So I told it from the beginning when I was rapping in South Point Apartments. Then when I went to Alorica. Then I was working with Gus, and then then going to all the shit that I was doing back in the day. Like you was present for most of that, so what the fuck I was on. But I kind of got to tell that story, right? Because a lot of even back then I didn't I document a lot of stuff, but it there's nuances that people might not understand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like just the environment not environment, but even my circumstances. Like, remember, I was living in a warehouse for like 4 years, like, or some wild shit. I actually talked about this the other day on the podcast, that I was like, damn, I remember that one point in time I didn't have a closet for like 4 or 5 years, and I remember when I moved to Florida City and we had the little trailer home shit, and I remember walking in the room like, oh shit, I got a closet. I don't know how this feels.
Yeah, you did have like a full room.
Yeah. That was a whole different world, man. Working at the air base, all that shit. That's a whole nother. Hey, one day we got to do a podcast on the air base and stuff, because that was a whole fucking TV show, or fucking, like, what I mean. Just the circumstances that was. Oh man. What? I ain't gonna lie though. That shit used to be like, man. Everybody's in that bitch. That shit was wild. But anyways, all right. So, what we all been waiting for. Power season 2. First of all, Jasmine, I need to tell you something about yourself. You talk too much. You said you told me shit that I was not supposed to know until I watched it. You was like,
okay, but I don't know where you are. So when I'm telling you about episodes that I've seen, I'm not sure where you are in Power. So I just go to talking and saying stuff that I'm guessing that you've never seen.
Yeah. But I told you, hey, no, I didn't know. All right, so look. All right, so this is where I'm at right now, right? Kanan just came back from Miami, right? And I was watching episode 4. I'm like halfway through episode 4. Right, Kanan's son just cracked Lala. That's crazy. I don't saying it like that. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand Tasha. She can't make no decision. She like, oh yeah, me and such and such good, but then she getting enough feelings.
Trying to get in the way.
Like, man, let that man be happy, man. You over here you want your cake and eat it too. Like, I mean,
that's exactly what she wants.
She's like, I want my man, and I want to have the. And I already knew she was no good. She's so bad too. She knows she bad. That's why she act that way. She probably used to getting whatever she want her whole life. She pissed me the fuck off. I'm like you asshole. But all right, so
yeah, I don't like Tasha.
Yeah, she
And she was hating on Lala.
For real, she was. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, shorty.
She don't want to be. She don't be wanting Lala to have what she has.
Well, I don't know how far. Like right now, I don't. She ain't come up. Maybe later episodes will feel that way because I feel like she be looking out for her. Like that's her dog. You know what I mean? Like.
No, I mean like the guy.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Oh, I ain't gonna hold you." She says she was petty as fuck. Shorty was like,
and then she gonna have sex with him after once she found out Lala had sex with
Jasmine, him. I'm on episode 4. All right, I guess this
what
is
season though? Season
2. I'm gonna tell you what. I know you was. I know you didn't get sales at Alorica because you have your acting listening skills is like mid. Okay.
What's that got to do with getting sales?
Cause you don't listen to the person's needs. All right, my bad. I'm not saying that there. I'm just saying I told you. You keep all right. Well, I guess this is the segment now. Every time I talk to Jasmine about power, she's gonna reveal things to me that I haven't experienced yet. So thank you. I guess I know that. Tasha. Well, I mean, I figured that was gonna happen anyway. But
so am I fired?
You could return the payment.
I could return the what?
The payment. You can return it. It's cool. I need that anyway. Cause if the job's not done, you know what I'm saying, you can't receive what's it called? Anyways, I'm just bullshitting. Obviously, I'm just playing. But I ain't gonna lie. When they was in Miami, that shit was kind of crazy because they was looking for shorty with the pink shoes, right? And that whole man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know where to start because all right, first and foremost, I had said this earlier. 50 Cent is one of my favorite villains ever, bruh. 50 Cent is crazy in the show. Yeah. You remember the part where him? Cause all right, so when Ghost went to Miami, right? Kanan was rolling with Tommy, right? And Tommy excited because he looking at Kanan like, oh, this is the big homie. Like I'm with the big homie right now. That's the energy. Right. That's the energy he moving with.
He felt like a little kid again.
Yeah, I'm sure that what. I don't know if that's written that way or if it's just great acting or just how it just ends up how it comes off. But I could have met because they're grown ass men. But when Kanan is around, that or at least with Tommy, that little kid comes out. Whatever.
Yeah. Like, oh. He's the one who like trained them in the business and like taught them the street life basically.
Yeah.
So Kanan is considered the OG.
Yeah. Exactly.
So he just tried to give respect. I feel like.
Exactly. But Kanan, he on his own little mission, right? He just doing little. He playing. He like Dr. Doom. He playing chess with everybody.
But if you notice, Tommy, he let his emotions get in the way of his decision making.
I ain't gonna lie, that white girl, I can't stand her, yo. And I think and I don't know if this happened, but all right, so. I'll get to Kanan. I'll get right back to Kanan in a second. But the white girl, she was like complaining, like, "Oh, I want to go outside and this, that, and the third." He's like, "Yo, you still hurt? Like, you tripping? This, that, and the third." He's like, "Whatever you need money, whatever, I got you. Let me go handle up." Tom, the Cuban dude, that's a part of their crew, or whatever. They're like the I guess like the third in command because he's always with them. He went to Tommy's house. And he's like, "Hey, is Tommy here?" And she's like, "Nah, but you could come inside." She in a t-shirt and her drawers. Yeah. And he like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't think Tommy would appreciate that." And then she's like, "Nah, no, it's well, I said you could come in, right?" And then when she turned around, he looking at her ass, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, don't do it."
She's turning around
on purpose. See, I experienced that on the beach today. Never mind, that's a whole different conversation. She I'm like, I'm like, don't do it, bruh. Don't do. And I'm sure he gonna. I don't know. Please don't tell me, cause I want to have something as a surprise, right? But I'm like, nah, she no good, bruh. She no good. She done called Ghost, right? Then she got she just being messy in a motherfucker, bruh.
Yeah.
And oh man, no, I don't fuck with her at all. And I hope bro ain't cracked, cause they didn't show what happened in the rest of the scene. So I don't know if he hit I hope he didn't, bro.
He didn't.
He did. All right.
Crazy. Cause Tommy crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was talking to my mom about this too. Cause the last time we talked about it, I only seen half of the first episode of season 2, right? So remember, like Tommy had disappeared, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where did Tommy go? And then I remember Ghost called Tommy's mom. Ghost called Tommy's mom. And she's like, oh, I haven't seen him. And then when they get off the phone, like the screen pans back, and you see Tommy, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know if I could trust Ghost, Mom. He's cheating on Tasha. He's doing this and the third. And he's doing cocaine off the fucking, in the kitchen. And then his mama get up and do another line with him. And I'm like, and I remember telling my mama that, and she started laughing. She's like, yeah, that lady crazy. Over here doing coke with her son. Yo, Tommy just fucking drugged the fuck out. But it's like you said, he's so emotional that goddamn
he lets it get in the way.
Yeah.
That's the difference between him and Ghost, because Ghost, I'm not gonna say he doesn't make emotional decisions, but most of the time he doesn't.
Nah, but Ghost hoeing too. I ain't gonna lie, at first, you know who Angie remind me of.
The whole Angela situation is emotional.
Yeah, that's like, you well, I won't say it, but you know who I'm talking about. But you know, I'm like, you a sucker, Ghost. Like not a sucker, because I feel like he does genuinely like love her, but you not being real with the people around you, right?
Did he move out yet?
No. Oh. I can't expect for you to remember 5 seasons and what happens in season 1, 2, 3.
Exactly, in chronological order. You have to bring up what you want to discuss, and then I will add on from there.
Well, you are one of the most intelligent human beings that I know, and I mean, as much as you study, aren't you like former president of Miami-Dade Homestead campus? I'm just saying, why are you capping for the pod?
No, man, you giving out my identity.
Nobody, how they gonna find you? Yo, what? You don't even got social media.
They gonna find me at Homestead.
They gonna find your homes? Oh yeah. Hey. Who the fuck is Jazz? They just looking for a woman named Jazz. That's not even your goddamn name on paper. That's funny. But yeah, I expect you to remember something. I mean, not that you don't remember, but I'm sure you could. I'm giving you pin drops of like, hey, I'm right here. But nah, I didn't know. I figured. But I just wonder. I feel like Ghost is funny. Ghost is leading with his heart, but he not being real with Tasha. He kind of, even though, Tommy his main man. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna sell out Tommy, and I was gonna be like, bro, you wildin', bro. But he did. Yeah, you right. Cause he was like, nah. Cause the last thing that I seen Angie and Ghost speak was like, she's like, oh, you don't think Tommy has anything to do with it? I'm like, nope, I don't. He's like, nah, I'm more than confident. There's nothing to worry about. So I think, like you said before, like he gonna do something to the hell is that? He gonna do something to whatever. But man, I ain't gonna lie. The scene though that was like to me was, all right, remember they trying to get the Puerto Ricans, and I think RBK, RXK, I forgot the name of the other group.
Yeah.
They trying to get them to stop beefing, so because they got all this product that they got to move, and that's been their issue since the beginning of the season. Because Lobos or whatever, he put he's like, hey, you got to get all this shit out here, and it got to be done by whatever time got to get done. So Ghost is stressing because he has to get all this product out, and then like I think what are they Haitian? Remember the dude that is Jamaicans? I don't know, but the dude that was doing like the whole rituals and stuff like that. He pulled up.
I think they were Haitian.
No, Haitian, right? He was like,
they just had a terrible accent. Whoever played that role, they didn't play that.
You think so?
Haitian accent role, right? No.
Can you give us an example? That's not in the Bible.
Yeah, the accent, it just did not sound like a Haitian accent.
Yeah,
it was like, are they Jamaican? Are they Haitian? Like,
I'm sure they said it. I might be butchering it right now.
Being from Miami and, you can tell the difference between a Haitian accent and a Jamaican accent.
Oh? Ou parle Creole?
Exactly.
Yeah, no. But bro, they went to bro, and he's like, nah, it's too expensive. I'm getting it cheaper. Then I think Tommy went to the Russian dudes or whatever, and he's like, nah, you think I'm fucking up my plug? They'll kill me. You tripping? Like you don't, you know what I mean? But all right, so boom, Tommy and Kanan go to RSK. I think I know I'm butchering it, but the dude. Remember how Ghost in season 1 killed the young gang leader or whatever. I felt so bad because he knew in his heart he didn't do nothing, but you know.
Yeah, he knew. He had a feeling, but
yeah.
Actually, it was Kanan who manipulated everyone to thinking it was him.
Yes.
Kanan was like, yeah, we got the guy. Like, yeah, that's the guy. He's mine.
Yes. So, man, so they're in the scene, right? And Tommy's like, yo, we trying to, whatever. They trying to convince him to stop beefing. He's like, man, how do you know y'all didn't do it? And then and as soon as he said that, bro, this man Kanan shot, bro. They killed everybody in there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And 50.
Yeah, he's killing everybody.
50 don't give a fuck.
Who was possibly involved with him on anything, he just goes and kills them. I'm about to get her. She goes and kills them immediately once he figures out that, this person knew, whatever the scheme was.
Yes.
He was in on it. And then he just goes immediately and kills them. Hi, Serenity. Hi.
Oh, she woke up. There goes your night.
Huh?
I said there goes your night because she was napping. That means she gonna be up all fucking night. No. But yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Like me, I guess because I never watched Power up until this point, right? And I guess I'm hella late. And I do like every time I seen 50 Cent in the acting role, I'm like, he always does phenomenal, right? Like I think he's a really good actor. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like,
what happened? Be careful. Come on. Let's go outside.
What you do to her?
I'm sorry. Serenity is being a Taurus.
Being a Taurus is crazy. Okay.
But, say hi to the podcast.
Huh? Say hi to the podcast, Serenity.
Say hi to the podcast, Serenity.
Say hi.
Hey, girl. Hey, pretty girl. Okay.
Nah, she got an attitude. You woke her up. What you do to her?
She's done for the day, okay? Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Mama. Thank you for tapping in.
No problem.
Say bye. All right.
Bye-bye.
How funny. But yeah, man, season 2 of Power is so fucking good. It's so good. And I was just like, oh man, I can't wait to finish it and actually do like a whole like the whole thing and actually like sit back and like do like a deep dive. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on it or whatever, but just for me, like, because the writing is phenomenal. It's motherfucking phenomenal. But hold on, let me get back to folk at the same time. Yeah, all right, my bad, because I was in the Power conversation. We was talking Phobus. I know that you respect the platform, and I know we homies and shit like that. But again, like, bruh, and maybe this because I didn't make this to be a thing of like, I just want to talk about cool shit that I fuck with for the most part. Of course, I already just explained why I made it, but at the same time, and I am being a little control freak of my, because again, I just don't be wanting to talk about, and not saying you doing it, but just like, again, like, you know what I mean? So, Because it come to certain things, I'm like, I can't let that fly, and I have to be responsible when it comes to and not just like for me, you know what I mean? Again, I got little bros and shit that be watching this shit. Oh, this actually goes into something that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I got the list of stuff. Damn, it's crazy. Dang, it's been an hour and 30 minutes already. Hold on. Goddamn. Speaking of responsibility, right? I'm 36 years old, right? I'm not a little kid anymore. And I was actually talking to Jazz about this not too long ago, or earlier today, because she had texted me some bullshit. It was like something to do with whatever, and I was just like, what makes you think I care about this? Like, I don't like when it comes to hip hop and music, I just want to care about the music, right? I want to care about the albums. I want to care about the songs. If my favorite artists do something dope outside of music, I would want to talk about that, right? Like, I'm gonna get to a little bit to this in a second, but Big Sean just went fucking diamond for I Don't Fuck With You. That's phenomenal, right? There's about 30 something songs in hip hop that's ever been diamond, and Sean is a part of that. Like, that's so fucking cool to me, right? I think Big Sean is one of the illest rappers ever. You know what I mean? So the fact that he and E40 got a song with E40 that's diamond. Oh man, that's amazing, bro. In 2026, like, yeah, congrats to Big Sean for that. But anyways, that's the type of stuff I want to talk about, right? Or even if it has something to do with me, I don't think that's like, it's not, because look, I see people do this shit all the time. When they have like an issue or a misunderstanding or whatever the case may be, the first thing they do is take it to the internet. Why? What's your intention behind doing that? A lot of times people do that because they know people are going to click. They know people are going to get involved, right? They know people are going to be like all engaged. And there's other people for that. But that's not what I want to do. That's not how I want to approach my platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's irresponsible. As a grown-ass man, do I want to be talking about who's sleeping with who? Or who beefing with who? Or that this person did this to this person and they retaliated and did this and this, that, and the third? That, for me, that's lame. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying people have real life circumstances and go through real shit. And that's why even... like, when she sent me that shit earlier, I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. She's like, why don't you want to talk about this? Because I'm wondering, what if... I'm like, listen, there are things that are past our comprehension when it comes to the way that people live. We're born and raised in Miami-Dade County. We know how things operate in born and raised in Miami-Dade County from different levels, right? Like, when it comes to, all this type of shit. How things are in other places, one, it's none of our business, and two, we don't. Why is it even a conversation? The only reason we know is because people. It's not like it's people are putting out there for the engagement, to, you know what I mean. And I think that's completely whack and irresponsible. And nah, bro. Like, who the fuck care about that shit? Now, if it's funny. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, one of my favorite YouTube channels is Wayno's channel. He be having me rolling, bro. Cause I feel like he talk about the bullshit from an adult perspective, and he gives like a real like breakdown of like, hey, this is some bullshit, and this is why this is some bullshit. I understand why these people are engaged in this bullshit, and I could appreciate that. Cause it's almost like, I'm tapped into what's kind of going on, but I get to absorb it from a adult perspective. I get to absorb it from a perspective of like, oh shit, like this is okay. You know what I mean? Because other people will just like egg it on and make it fucking like, nah, bro, we grown. Well, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. I'm 36, right? Like, I gotta re-emphasize that. I'm 36. And as a matter of fact, if you think about it, when you think about even someone like Pac, or I don't mean to keep bringing up Pac because I'm not trying to. Oh man, there's nothing I want to talk about too. I just watched Glasses Malone podcast, and it's the 7-year anniversary of Tupac Must Die. I want to talk about that because his last podcast that I saw, he broke down like the making of the song and like the video and this, that, and the third. That shit was so fucking cool to me, right? Because I remember feeling some type of way when I first seen like, oh, the super Pac fan in me was like, what the fuck is this? And then I seen the video and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, the video was dope to me, and I'm just like, but that kind of felt like, ugh. And then when I seen him on the Breakfast Club talking about it, I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense. Like that makes some that like, you know what I mean? Anyways, my bad. I'll get to that in a minute. But again, as an adult, right? Or when you think about Pac, he was 25 years old. But when you heard that man speaking the things he talked, even though he was doing some bullshit, he was 25 and he was mad and because of shit that happened, and then I'm saying all this type of stuff, him getting shot, they pulled out who shot you, this, that, all this shit that took place in his fucking universe. He was upset and being real petty or whatever, but at the same time, there was still a maturity about him as a 25-year-old, right? Like you when you look at Pac, like prior to him dying, you don't look at him as a big ass kid, you look at him as a man, right? Probably immature in the motherfucker in certain aspects, but you could tell that was still an adult, right? And I feel like 25-year-olds now, or in that like in the younger generation, they move like big ass teenagers. Like, so I normally would not talk about this, but the only reason why I want to talk about this is because one of my little bros, which is actually like Jasmine's little brother, loves NBA Youngboy. That's one of his favorite rappers, or his favorite rapper, right? And then I seen the video where Wayne was talking about the whole thing with whatever. I ain't gonna go into the nuances of that, right? But I was just like, bruh, like, you 26, bruh, and you're doing so well for yourself, bro, and you're one of the leaders of the new school, whether you want the responsibility or not. You're the biggest young artist. Like you're in that, like, think about how many superstars do we have in that 20-year-old range right now, like in their 20s. It's only a few. You got Doechii, you got fucking NBA Youngboy, and then who else is in like superstar status, right? I'm sure there's more people that I can't name. Please don't fucking, why is he, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just hit me out. Like, NBA Youngboy's in that handful of people, or in the two handful of people of superstars, not just, you know what I mean? And I know him being from where he's from, experience what he experienced and all this type of stuff, of course he is who he is, right? But it's a little disappointing to me. And who the fuck am I to talk about this? But I just want to be honest and transparent with my thoughts, because I understand how important he is to the culture. But like, bro, you 26, bro. You a grown ass man, bro. Like, and you have so much life ahead of you. So much life. You don't have to do none of that, because you don't need the clout. You could hop and play fucking a video game and that shit get 100 million views just off. Oh shit, NBA Youngboy playing NBA Volume 2. Like, that shit sound crazy. You could do whatever you want and you're gonna get the same type of reaction. You don't gotta lean into the bullshit at all. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong, or I don't know. Again, I don't know how things work in the back end. Sometimes I'm so removed from I'm so removed. Oh, shout out to, hey, my motherfucking dog. My bad, I haven't talked to my homie in a minute. I got this is one of my coworkers from the post office in back in Doral. Dang, I miss my little squad out there, man. Damn, that was a whole nother universe, bro. I gotta tap in. But yeah, and I'm saying, like, bro, you one of the leaders of the new school, bro. And like, I understand, like, again, like, I'm sure, like, everyone got their own trauma, and I'm sure he probably, of the bullshit that he experienced and all that, of course, molded him to with it. But bro, like, I just hope, man, like, I heard an interview with Pac, and not to do the comparison thing, but there is a parallel. I've heard him say himself, like, I don't compare myself to Pac. But I wonder if he ever took the time out to really look at Pac's story and everything that he experienced, right? I wonder that as like an observer. I'm like, I wonder if Youngboy actually like took the time out to like really peep game at Pac's story and see how there's kind of like parallels in they, space or whatnot. But I remember there's the interviews that Pac had like prior to him passing or whatever the case may be, and I remember he mentioned something like he read books for like like different actors and stuff. I was like, oh man, remember when he used to be bad and he used to be going through all that type of stuff, and then he didn't tighten up, and now he became, you know, who he was, and this, that, and the third. I hope that's the story for NBA YoungBoy. I hope that like you went through all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying, you overcame that shit, and then you transcend not only where people view you right now, but who you are as a man and as a human being, because you have so much to give to the world. Like even his verse on T.I. album was crazy. I was like, oh, that's hard. That's hard, hearing YoungBoy and Tip on the same song. And I like the beat too. I forgot the name of the song because I've been playing that album without looking at the song names. But for some reason that beat made me think of Drive Slow and fucking And It Ain't About the Money. Like, it kind of felt like both of those songs, like the beat felt like both of those beats put together some weird way. Is it just me? I don't know. But that, and I'm only because again, like y'all know, I've been very adamant. I don't want to talk about nothing that's, even the way I'm talking about this now. I'm being very surface level. But the only reason I'm talking about this because I have younger homies that like, bro, like they stand on your every word, bro. Because I like what you are. What I'm saying, you like he. I wonder. Imagine YoungBoy listening to my pod right now. I'll be fucking saying. But what you are to my young bros generation is what Wayne was to us. At 16, 17, 18 years old, nobody could tell me nothing about Wayne. Nothing. I don't care what. You know what I mean? In retrospect, it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like I could see where I was just, you know, as a tourist, I'm just loyal, bruh. When I fuck with something, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. I can't help it. It's in my DNA. But that's what like what Wayne was to us in my generation. That's what YoungBoy is to the younger generation, to the 18, 19, 20 year olds right now. Know what I mean? So anyways, I just wanted to bring that up, like, cause I don't know. I don't even know. I just felt like I need to talk about it because I think that's a you know, I would love to see YoungBoy continue to elevate and live. You know what I'm saying? Because even the whole shit with, again, I'm not gonna talk about it, right? There's other people that could explain it better. You want to know what's happening? Go on Wayno channel. Shout out to Wayno. but you know, like, nah, bruh, come on, man. You an adult, bruh. You an adult, bro. You gotta look at you an adult, bruh. And all the like the internet is just like the wild west, and people could just hop on and say whatever they want. And trust me, like, bro, is it really worth it? Like, is it really worth it? You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. And I don't know how you look at it. I wouldn't even know what to have. Like, if I met bro, I don't even know what I would even ask the brother. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope, you know, all that shit, they move past all that shit and just, bro, be the superstar that you are, or whatever your path is next. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause the sky's the limit for you, bro. But anyways, I guess cause we kind of brought it too far, this would be a nice transition, right? So I was just watching the last episode of Glasses Malone podcast, and it was talking about Tupac Must Die, bruh. Like, cause it's so cool, right? So I seen him post cause you know how like they'll on YouTube would say, oh, this is the next episode, and I think he posted the day before it dropped, and I was like, oh, this is fire! I can't wait to hear the dialogue on it, cause like it's been such a long time since I seen the video, and I know 7 years ago I was what, 29. I know how I felt at 29 years old. I thought the video was dope, but I remember at first Tupac Must Die. What the fuck? But then I'm like, that's like a playoff, like Romeo Must Die, like the movie or whatever case may be. And then when I seen the video, and just the perspective or whatever, it was unique to me. Even though still as a Pac fan, that still felt like, that's kind of crazy. But especially that scene where like after like the shots, and it looks like Pac is looking at his hands, and like the jewelry falls and like the blood in his hands. It's so like, I don't know, bro. That shit was kind of crazy. It was so ill hearing him explain like the thought process of like creating the song, and then not just making the song and then making the video, and then how they made the video and went about it and all dope. Because again, like sometimes we don't know what people had to go through to create what they create. You get what I'm saying? Right? It might, you know what I mean, even if it took a little bit of time or a lot of time or whatever, you know, however people go about it, but it's still, you know, it's a process and whatever. So when he's explaining it, I was like, yo, this is so fucking fire, especially for the context of everything he was explaining, and like, and how he was, and one thing that I thought was really dope is like, he was explaining that all the places that they shot for the most part were true to location, right? So that song got to go down in history books, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I think someone made a comment that should be sped up. Low key, I'm like, nah, I think the song is perfect low key, because it that slower tempo, it brings you in it, and it's ill. You know why? Because like I mentioned, y'all, my aunt had just came a couple weeks ago. I mean, a couple days ago, the day before yesterday. So when I got home from work, I got home from work like around 10 or something. I had just left the gym, so they was here. I was like, oh shit, auntie, whatever. And I was talking to my aunt, and I was like, aunt, you phone glasses? Because he watched a bunch of podcasts and stuff too, or whatever the case may be. And he's like, nah. And then we watched the Tupac Must Die video together, and I seen him engage. And you know, my uncle, you know, he born and raised in Miami, right? So he you know, he grew up on JT Money, Trick Daddy, like, you know what I'm saying, that's his era or whatever. So he appreciates like 90s, you know what I'm saying? Because that's his thing. He what, 50 right now? Well, how old is my goddamn auntie and uncle, man? I don't know. He got to be in his 50s, because he been working at the post office since 1992. Because that's where he met my auntie and shit like that, and they got together or whatever. But anyways, like, it was dope. Like I like, we played the video and he was watching the shit, and he was like, I see how engaged he was. I was like, damn, that's so dope. Like, I'm like, you didn't know this existed? I was like, oh, this car. I was like, oh, I gotta put my uncle on or something. Because I done debated with this man, because he was like, Kodak Black not a lyricist. I'm gonna show you what lyricism is. And he pull up some song from JT Money. I'm like, man, that I feel you, bro. That's from 1993. I love. First, I'm not saying nothing. I love JT Money. I met JT Money in real life. That's a great brother, and he's a fuck shit. I seen him a bunch of times. I got a video on my phone performing. The last time I went to the Crazy Hood fest, he was there. Where is that? I ain't even bullshitting, man. What up, HR? I'll pull this shit up in a minute. But anyways, yo, I thought it was like, just to go back to the Tupac Must Die song or whatever. When he explains it and breaks down, you get to appreciate the video way even more, because now you get to see what they had to go through to actually make the video and shit like that, right? And then he shared an idea. I won't say it because you watch his pod. I think you should watch Glasses pod and see him explain, because I think that's just hip hop history, right? But I'm like, oh man, the idea that he had like threw in the air, I hope he executes that, because that would be fire as fuck. That would be really fire, because when you even think about all those things that took place at that time frame, right? We're so familiar with Pac's story, and Pac's story has been told so many times in so many different ways, and it was ill to get like a different perspective, and and it's art. You know what I'm saying? It's art. And even him explaining, like, he had like, which I think is dope, because I don't have some version of that, because he was explaining like, yo, I have counsel. I had to go holler at Ice-T and holler at this, just to, not, I don't think he had, but he, you know what I'm saying, he was explaining how he sent them the song or the video or whatever, and you know, because these are, I guess, his elders and who he fuck with, you know what I'm saying, and value their opinion and stuff like that. Just that whole story, that shit was fire, bro. So yeah, I really think y'all should check that shit out. That shit was really, like, the actual, if you haven't seen the actual song, see the song, but the part itself and him breaking, that shit was freaking dope, bro. I really appreciated seeing that. All right, we still gonna let me see. My bad, I'm trying to be a little more organized now, so I can goddamn cause like throughout this week, cause you know, like last week I you know, I'm starting to organize, but this week there was just so much fire shit and random shit. This is random. I'm not gonna take too long on this, but I just thought this was ill as fuck, and I don't know if I'm late or it just popped in my algorithm. But goddamn, Glorilla got a goddamn Reese's Pieces commercial, and she did a song for it, or I don't know if it's a commercial or she did a Reese's Pieces song or whatever. That shit was hard as fuck, and I'm thinking like it's so ill. Like that's like the fact that she is dropping it sounds like her. It's same energy, actually sounds good, and like, but it's on a commercial level. I was with Reese's Pieces, bro. Think about Reese's Pieces, bro. It's fucking Reese's Pieces, man. Shout out to her, bro. That was gas, bro. That was motherfucking gas, bro. Fucking ill, right? I just heard Rick Ross's album yesterday, right? That shit is gas. I'm normally not a fan of super long albums, but Tip album was long too, and I'm like, oh, this shit's gas. And then Ross's album was fire, right? But my favorite song on there, hold up, y'all, hold up. My favorite song on that bitch is goddamn hold up. My bad. I be listening to it and not knowing the fucking names, bro. Do It One Time. Oh my god! And again, you know it's funny because I intentionally not try to hear anybody's reviews of the album. Like I'll do that. I want to listen to the album first before I listen to a review. It's kind of like on my nerd side, right? I'm not gonna watch a review of Spider-Man Brand New Day until I go watch Spider-Man Brand New Day, because that's like I like the same thing with albums. Like if I look forward to like hearing Rob Markman break down an album or break down a song or whatever the case may be, but I want to listen to the album first and then go there, right? Because it's kind of, you get the Easter eggs and like the details and stuff like that, and then you get to appreciate it, and then you go back to it and have that in mind and all that type of shit, right? It's fucking fire. But I understand, but with the song "Do It One Time," I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and I wonder if because I think about what regional sounds, right? When you like, because I think about how that is, where like a regional sound is I don't know how what I'm trying to articulate. Well, I'm going to say from our perspective, right? Like that old Miami bass type sounding music hasn't been in circulation in the mainstream in a minute. Because even when you think of Ross as an artist, Ross is like luxury rap. When I think of Ross, I think of like production wise, it feels like I could be in a 1993 fucked up Toyota, but if I put on goddamn Maybach Music 3, I'ma feel like I'm driving in the goddamn Rolls Royce with the curtains in that bitch. Like that's sonically, it sounds, Ross's music has always sound very like luxury, right? And not to say that he don't got the slaps and the bops and all this type of shit like that, but he got real deep songs. Like I think Tears of Joy, nah, I lied. My favorite song ever is 16 Ain't Enough with him and Andre 3000. That's my favorite song ever. But even like a song like Tears of Joy sounds fucking crazy, right? Luxury. So hearing Ross rap on that, and then having DJ Nasty, which is what we hear, you know, we hear DJ Nasty on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Like that energy was just real. It made, bro, I've been in Puerto Rico 9 months, right? So like I'm not homesick, and I might be going back home in October for like 5 days. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, bro. Cause I man, really, but I want to go home to eat some Haitian food. There's a spot that got some goddamn. I got to go to Naruto 88, which was my ramen spot. I'm thinking about food, bro. I'm like, fuck that. I need to go. I got some people I want to see, shit, visit and stuff like that. You know, just to tap in. But I think I will, because I got 5 days off in October, so. It was either that or the homie, or Jazz was telling me that she's going to the Jay-Z concert in Inglewood. She's like, oh, let's make this a like a group thing. And the idea sounded crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't been to like the West Coast since I was like 8 years old. And I would love to see Jay-Z, because I know whatever Jay-Z bring out is going to be insane. But I don't know if it's in my budget right now, bro, to be honest, bro. Even though it's a little far, because I think it actually falls the same week as my my days off, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It'll be so far, but I don't know. I don't think so. But I think I think I'd rather go home because I have that time, and then low key I kind of visit people too. Because anyways, I got a situation, I'll be able to move around and do whatever I need to do and stuff like that. So we'll see. And I also kind of, because I think I haven't really shared, like, I mean, I've shared it, but I've talked about it, but down south doesn't have. Oh yeah, and in the song Do It One Time, motherfucking DJ Nasty shouted out down south. I was like, oh my god, we on the fucking map. I talk about down south, but I don't think y'all have had the luxury of seeing it. And I want to pull up. I still got one of my homies still live at South Point Apartments, where like me and all the day ones grew up and shit at. And yeah, just to kind of like, give it, what I mean, show, because it's like, bro, like I don't outside of like the people that, because there are artists that are from there. That's why I like people like Skeet Black and Vino 400. I'm saying Vino 400 or Skeet Black and Vino. They're all like artists from West Perrine specifically, and I feel like that's like the perfect representation of like of like what Perrine is, right? I'm from West Perrine, but I feel like I'm like the fucking backpacker nerd type shit. I've always leaned like away because I wanted to kind of not separate myself, but I knew what I liked, and I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a thug. I wasn't in the streets. I wasn't fucking, trapping and nothing like that. Now, I was copping with, with, hey, well, let's bust this old down. I'm not selling that. I'm just going to smoke this and y'all, whatever. Status limitation. That was a long time ago. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is, but I just feel like we haven't got, look, I think the biggest artist from down south is Mike Smith, who slide to Slip and Slide Records. And he go crazy too, but I feel like we're just on the mainstream. We've never, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And Trick Daddy's, because Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying, references Richmond Heights. So like the video, I think one of the videos I posted or whatever, where it showed like Trick Daddy, like on my Instagram a while back, where like Trick Daddy's playing basketball, shit like that. That's in Richmond Heights Park. I think that's Triangle Park, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, man, damn. I can't wait to like pull back, because like, memories, man. Down south is beautiful. It's just so hard. Like, when I talk to some of my friends and shit like that, they like it's the only thing is that the economy is just trash. So people are really struggling. So, and like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's crazy living week to week is such a fucking thing. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see. Because I also want to see Jay. I want to see Jay so bad. I don't know if I have a chance. But I gotta get my money right, and I'm just thinking about being responsible, meaning that like, I just don't want to bullshit, but I gotta save bread, because I think in October too, that's around the time I'm supposed to be leaving the spot and to figure my situation out. So hopefully everything works itself out or whatever. I'm not trying to think too much ahead, because then I'm gonna stress my fucking self out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah. Do it one time. Oh my god, bro! I heard that shit. I was sticking and jugging at work, bro. Just like, do it one time. Do it. Oh, that shit was fire. That's fire. But also, but that album is good. I have to hear it a couple more times. I'm not doing no review, but I gotta hear it a couple more times to get like a full gauge. That's like the same thing with the T.I. album. Like, I just not too long ago finished the T.I. album like completely, and then been playing it back to back. So I got to do the same thing with the Ross album. But Doing One Time is probably my favorite song. I think Chain of Command is hard too. Nino Breeze went crazy, cause I think that's Ross's new artist, right? Like, I don't say new, cause I guess he been signed to him not too long, like not for that. I don't know, my bad. Time frame I'm probably fucking up, but he's one of the newer artists. But he slid on that shit. That man slid on Chain of Command. I was like, damn, he's snapping low key. I was like, oh, that's kind of fire. So I fuck with the album. I do fuck with the album, but I gotta let it live with me a little more. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you right now. It's so much good music, bruh. Cause like I go back and it's cool how different songs I gravitate toward. Like, after I listen to it and I go back, there's certain songs that I'll start gravitating toward. Like even YG album, Midlife Crisis has been my fucking I don't know if it's my favorite song, but that's the song I gravitate toward the most. Like the one that touched me, like, oh, I feel that way right now. I mean, and that shit sound hard as fuck. And I do, I'm and what's the song? Gang Business. That shit is so fucking gas to me. It sounds so hard. I really love that, the beat and how him and bro, like how they rapping on that shit. Oh my god, that shit go crazy as fuck. Fucking hold on. But foot up on the gas. But listen, motherfucking hold on, my bad, man. Motherfucking, oh shit, goddamn soul drop. Oh, see, now I gotta listen. Man, I you know it's funny, every time I jump off the pod, I'll be like, oh shit, Soldiers drop. Fuck. Well, let me add my dog to my goddamn. When I say my dog, I don't know Slaps on real life, but that's one of my favorite rappers ever. Y'all tap in. Absol drops every motherfucking Sunday. And I'm kind of late because I'm not on social media, so I don't get to see. I don't know what's on Instagram or TikTok or this, that, and the third. So I gotta wait till it's on YouTube. And this shit just dropped 2 hours ago, so I'm actually excited to hear that. The boat doc, man, y'all better respect the best of all time. Hold on, let me say. All right. Boom, my bad. Anyways, but yeah, some songs, so like that, I've been gravitating to Midlife Crisis. On T.I. album, I actually heard DJ Head reference the song at first, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go back to it. The fucking fuck, bro, the song with T-Pain, Jeezy, and fucking 2 Chainz, Dope Boys. I ain't gonna lie though, and maybe this is by like all them killed the verse. The song is fucking fire. It slaps, all that shit, especially in the car. That shit thump in the car. But I love 2 Chainz verse, and Sparky's like, Tony doing like that pocket. I was like, oh, that shit is so fucking fire, bruh. So fucking fire. I was like really I was like, okay, I see why that is the slap. Fuck, hold on. What 2 Chainz said? Hold on. I love hearing them. Oh shit, they dropped episode for the music? Baby, I thought they wasn't dropping an episode. Hold on, now I gotta see what's going on. Hold on. There's too much stuff going on. What time? It's 8? Now I'm debating, do I go watch the Odyssey or motherfucking I don't know. Hold on. 2 Dope Boys. 2 Dope Boys. Wait. Not 2 Dope Boys. Wildin'. Yeah, I like lately I haven't been like, I won't commit the lyrics to memory. I just dump in that shit and just but but just for right, I love T.I.'s verse. Actually, what's that song on the album too? Purity, and we on. Oh my, I love that song too. That shit go fucking crazy. And the song with him and Buddy Red, that shit going hard as fuck. I love T.I. I ain't gonna lie, T.I. I don't know if T.I. I like T.I.'s album. What I really like about it is that T.I.'s rapping his ass off, but it feel like every song is a song. Does that make sense? Like the B, like what would be considered B cuts or album cuts are all songs. Like you could, like, even I got my pistol on the dance floor and when where them hands go, and that shit go hard as fuck. I remember I heard it the first time, I was cool. I heard it again, I'm like, oh nah, this actually, I like this. I'm over here driving through, you know what I'm saying, like my visual of seeing like the beach out the window and driving on fucking, you know, through fucking Piñones to Loíza and shit. That shit was just a vibe listening to that. Hold on. My bad. I'm over here looking for these. Cause I want to give justice to the fucking, cause I really like that pocket, bro. Or should I memorize it? He's like $50 slab made 22 off it. That was way before I was sipping Coster. Monte Carlo turned that to a Rolls Royce. Put a hole in a nigga sizable golf course. And I keep mans on me like it was a concert. Backseat crying like it was a lawn chair. Yellow chinchilla look like it's some blonde hair. My lady got a fast ass. Ali Ponce there. Tony give him hell. Tony got a turn back. Tony got a scale. Tony got clientele. Pocket full of bells. Lot full of land at the crib, motherfucker. Oh my god, yeah, that Tony got that pocket. I was like, oh, that's hard. That's fucking hard. And not to say that I love Jeezy's verse, I love T.I. verse, but I just want to point that out. For me, I just like, oh, that you know, like the rapper in me really appreciated that. Like I don't know, I really love when people like and that's another thing too. I forgot what song on Rick Ross's album. Fuck, bruh. I forgot the song, bruh, but the way he was rapping on that bitch was different. Like his, oh man, what the fuck? What song is that, bro? I'll tell you right now. Which one was it, bro? I think it was Porch GT3. Is it this? Yeah, it was Porch GT3. I need the money for a push to that pocket. I was like, oh, Ross going crazy. You know what I mean? I like when people kind of like when artists, not, you know, they're still in they, you know, it's not like every time you've never heard a bad Rick Ross verse. You've never heard a bad T.I. verse, right? I've never heard a bad Ross or T.I. verse. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. And if it does, or I'm not even if it just doesn't exist, right? But I love like and so what I wanted to point about Tip's album, maybe this could be me not being so also familiar, because I remember, damn, bro, what was this app called? I forgot, but I used to be on it. It's like Clubhouse, but it was like Clubhouse, but it had video on it. And now that I think about it, I remember like King used to be on that shit too, and I forgot bro's name, bro. But the dude who used to host like the big, like the big, like it was like the biggest one on there, like the hosting or whatever. I forgot bro's name, but he was a rapper, and then he ended up going into like the acting world and stuff. He's doing real successful for himself. I wish I had the gram. I think damn, what's bro's name, bro? Like it's like at the top of my head. Castro. Damn, it's not coming to me, but bro, he used to like host this thing and like people come play music and shit like that and just chop it up or whatever. It was cool as fuck. I remember one time, King was in the room and then Tip got in the actual room and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's so crazy. I'm like, that was such a crazy thing to me. And my fucking shy ass, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna be quiet, cause I would have my headphones in at work while we all interacting and shit like that or whatever. But I remember me and him would debate, cause like, you know, my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. And his favorite rapper was T.I. It's like, nah, T.I., man, you ain't hear the mixtapes with this, that, and the third, woo woo. And so all the commercial albums, of course I've heard all T.I. commercial albums, right? And there's a bunch of mixes I heard too, but I know there's underground cuts that I probably haven't heard yet or whatever. So maybe this could be from my ignorance, but there's a lot of pockets that Tip was going into like flow wise on this album that I've never heard him tap into, and it sounded really great. So it was refreshing to be like, yo, you're a veteran in the game, right? You're treating, this is your last album, hopefully not, but or maybe last solo album, maybe you got like a, you know, a collab album, something coming in the future or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure T.I. is still gonna rap, but the fact that you're going out your way to give the highest quality, and you're still experimenting as a veteran, I could just do nothing but applaud that. And for me being like, you know, I'm 36, bro, I feel like I'm nowhere near making it or whatever the case may be. So for me it's like, all right, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, what do you know what I'm saying, like there's a piece of me that feels like fuck, like, but to see the elders and to see the legacy artists to still push forward. Like, hold on, man. I mean, I know we talk about the Jay-Z concert and all that shit like that. And oh my God, but I love that Jay-Z is being Jay-Z in 2026. I love that Jay-Z is being Jay-Z in 2026. Meaning that Jay-Z, because I hear the narrative too, or like the conversations that people have, because I guess there was like controversy because he mentioned Kaepernick and the thing. Bro, Jay-Z is Jay-Z, right? And he is himself. Like, I don't think, how could I word this? Like, people are people, bro. And I'm not saying this good, bad, or in between or nothing like that, right? Jay is always giving you Jay-Z. He said who he says he is who he is in every capacity, right? And then people could take, it's just like, I remember when 444 dropped, right? And in Kill Jay-Z, he or I don't even talk about that line. Anyone that knows what I was about to say, you know where I'm going with that. But I'll give a different example, right? When he was talking about y'all holding money to, he's like, y'all holding money to your ear, but this is disconnect. We don't call that money over here. And then everybody made, oh my God, why he's talking about the money phone and blah blah blah. They'll take something he said and blow it out proportion, bruh. Two things. Yes, it's just like a joke. A joke is 50% true and 50% comedy. Like, it's supposed to be made for someone to laugh, right? It's the same thing with raps. Raps are 50% true and 50% art. You get what I'm saying? So there's some truth to whatever, there's truth to his line, but appreciate the way the line is put together and created and made you think, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just like what did I listen to recently that I didn't catch what they said? Or even, you know what, because even people still breaking down like the Roots, not the, was it the Roots Picking Priest? When Afro Hove jumped out, right? And there was, you know, there's damn, someone broke the line down. They referenced someone from The Wire, right? And he's like, the price is going up, or whatever the case may be. I didn't catch that. It's not, again, that's the genius of Jay. And I know I do that in my writing too. I learned that from Jay-Z, right? Where he's talking to you, right? He's speaking. So like, if you don't get the metaphor, he's saying whatever he's saying direct, but the words or the you know, the content is layered in references and, like, you know what I mean? So you'd be like, whoa, hold on. He mentioned this person. What? Damn, what's Marlo? I think that's the name. I've never watched The Wire, so I don't know. But because he sound more Marlo. So I don't know, bro. I'm butchering that shit. Please forgive me for butchering. I wish I was more intellectual and could commit more stuff to memory so I could just push it out my fucking head. But yeah. So the line was even a line that bro said in the show. But I'm just thinking, oh, he just means, like, he said that and meant that, like, that type of thing is just the level of genius. But people are fixated on the smaller thing versus, like, oh, what's the connective tissue to all the words that he's using? Jay-Z's not letting a syllable pass by in his rap. Like, I think every letter in his words are accounted for. You know what I mean? And that's how good of that's why Jay-Z is Jay-Z. That's why 30 years later, we still celebrating Reasonable Doubt. You know what I mean? 25 years later, we still celebrating The Blueprint. You know what I mean? I think 10 years from now, 444 is 10 years. Is it 10? I don't know. I love 444 though. I love 444. I actually was listening to Kill Jay-Z earlier this morning. That's just kind of crazy. And Magna Carta. I've been saying this a lot. I think I need. Oh yeah. Did I say? I know I said this last time. I'm mad you said this. I was bumping Magna Carta this week because I forgot how dope that is. Like, even what's the song? Remember Crown? You in the presence of a king. Scratch that. You in the presence of a god. Put in the belly of the beast. I escaped, a nigga never had a job. Scott Boss, you over, baby. No, you come with me. Shit on me. These niggas try to shit on me. I was left for dead and try to wipe me out of their history. Bulletproof, glass proof like the Pope. Bulletproof, yo, niggas, that's yo. Try to chastise God. Want to supposed to say nope. Y'all already see me from a man to a goat. Y'all already know what I could do with the coke. Put it in the water, watch it. Put it in the water, watch it. What he said? Put it in the water, watch it. Just put it in the water, watch it disappear. Made it reappear. I had a bitch on a rope. I let my coupe get ghost. Bottom grill let my tooth get gold. All the shit I did, I was supposed to live. Hallelujah, ho, man. I'm just that. I guess when that album came out at that time in my life, that really had an impact on me, cause it was dope to hear Hove on kind of like, spiritual is not the word, but you could tell that was like a deeper album. Like that was like a deeper album, right? And not to say his, I think he full of references as well. Like it's not like you get the deep content in Jay-Z albums and stuff like that, because you gonna get the hit, and then when you listen to the music in the album, you're like, oh shit, like The Evils is a perfect example of a crazy, of a deep song and layered and storytelling, but it's still, it's not like a traditional hit, right? Or anyways, right? The leaders are outside leading, bruh, and I'm just happy to hear or see like them going crazy, going fucking crazy. Hold on. Larry June dropped the album too. I haven't listened to it yet, but I plan on listening to it this week, and I'll let y'all know my thoughts on that shit. Cause Larry June is fucking amazing too. I fuck with Larry June heavy, and I gotta look through my random hip hop playlist to see what was up. Oh yeah, Coyote dropped Rehab. That song was fire, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, cause I felt that shit. Cause now that I just quit smoking and shit like that. When he was rapping, when they was rapping their verses, I was like, I feel every word right now. that song hard as fuck, bro. I think they're dope as fuck too. They low key, they remind me of Clips low key, cause they're lyricists, but they have real content in their shit too. Hey, Pay Gotti dropped Benz and Mazda. That song slap as well. I ain't gonna lie, I love bro's flow and his pockets are crazy, bro. And I'm wondering, why are people talking about this, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm late to the party, or whatever. Cole got 2 features on what's bro? PFG. I guess PFG dropped the project. I didn't know who PFG was, but I guess he was from Fayetteville or whatnot. I might be butchering it. Shout out to you, bro, because your project is dope. But the song Mighty Mouse and Whole House with Cole, bruh, I got the whole house. Oh my god. Because I was like, nah, ain't no fucking way. Cole got a new song? Because they dropped a video for it. But then when I looked, this song was out 6 days ago. And I'm like, yo, did Cole just drop a feature on the low? Cause like even in I don't have Instagram right now. Like I have it, but it's deleted off my phone. I don't got that bitch on none of these phones. I got Instagram, TikTok, none of this shit. I don't like I said, I'm pretty much tapped out of social media. Unless there's something I have, like whatever. Just like the last time I jumped on it was for something specific. If it ain't that, I'm not jumping on it, right? But so I don't know if anyone was talking about it or whatever, but my YouTube or even like the people I watch, I ain't seen nothing. They don't say nothing or whatever, right? So then when I'm like, damn, it's just I'm wondering, like, did Cole just drop these features on the low and not saying nothing? Cause like everything I see on Cole on my YouTube feed is like, cause he just started the tour, which is another tour I want to go see too, bro. I know Cole's tour is crazy, bro, and Cole got some like real diehard fans, bro. And I love like seeing, like, I think one of the videos I seen, like Cole's like in the fucking like in the stands with people rapping with them and shit like that. Or like this is ill. I love. All right, think about an arena tour, right? When you think of an arena tour, the people that are gonna get to experience J. Cole like intimately are the people on the bottom, like in the floor, shit like that. Them tickets be thousands, 500, 900, whatever. The shit could be pricey. I know because I used to work at the AAA arena, and I remember, like, people, it's shit hell of expensive. And then the only time I ever got like a real close seat like that to something, was one of my close friends. She's a professional dancer, and she was on tour with Daddy Yankee, right? So I remember I worked the night that she worked in Miami, but she I think they went to go, was it Fort Myers? I think it was Fort Myers. And she gave me tickets so I could go see it, and I was in the front. But she was telling me, like, yeah, these tickets be like $1,000 something. Ooh. So I know it's pricey, right? Anyways, I'm giving this context to say that in the motherfucking, like, I was watching a video, and I guess there's a segment where Cole is having people rap along with him, like certain songs or whatever. And, you know, his fans know. It's crazy to see fans knowing, like, lyrical songs, word for fucking word and shit like that. Not weird, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I was always told this, or not told this, but, like, I consider myself a lyricist, right? Again, I'm not Ab Soul, but I consider myself a lyricist, right? And I don't know. There's probably no one in the world that knows one of my songs word for word. I hope one day, like, that's a goal of mine for someone to. That's one. Like, I got stupid ass goals. My goals is not. My goals changed, and I actually want to talk about this too. But my goals have changed. In as far as like what I actually want. I wanted the 26-year-old in me wanted to be the best, right? And wanted like the fame and the accolades of being one of the greatest artists to come out of Miami, right? I don't want that no more. What I really want is community. That's what I didn't realize that. I actually want community. I don't want because community is going to be people that truly support you. Because even I was talking to my uncle, and he was asking me, why don't you do this or do that? Or like, why don't you, compete and rap and do and, do like diss tracks and all this type of shit. I'm like, nah, I don't want to get on that way. Because that's how people will know me for getting on. Like, I don't even want to diss nobody. I don't have malice in my fucking heart. You know what I'm saying? I want to compete in a way of like, oh shit, we all been on the same track, bet, let's get our best verse off. Let's see who got the best verse. Let's put it all on the table. But I don't have to, I could get my best verse off without disrespecting somebody. I don't gotta lean into that. Right? I could be lyrical without talking about guns and shooting people. Matter of fact, I could be clean as fuck on my rap and sound amazing and drop metaphors and all type of shit, and I don't gotta lean into dissing nobody. Now, I'm not saying that's nothing wrong with that, and obviously there's battle rap and people competing, or people that, that's the way that they're able to, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, they not like us when that shit drop, and Euphoria, oh my God. That was like, bro, oh my God. Bro, you understand, bro. When They Not Like Us dropped, I was getting off of work on an electric scooter, fucking riding. I was riding my electric, the electric fucking scooter from fucking Doral to not Colonial, Richmond. I don't know, bro. I was staying on 137 and 152 at the time, so that area is kind of weird because it's not really Richmond Heights, but it's not Eureka, so it's like this weird like in between space. But it's about an hour fucking electrical ride. So I remember getting off of work and then. Like, what? Kendrick dropped again? And fucking listening to Day Not Like Us back to back all the way fucking thing. So anyway, I'm not saying like I don't like this shit either, but at least for me, right? Like as an artist, that's not my thing. I don't get excited to want to tear somebody down or to diss somebody. And I'm now, I'm an adult now, bro. So like I think that's irresponsible for me as a grown up to because I don't have no real issues with nobody. I actually want to work with my idols. Like that's been one of my where my book at, bro. In my composition book, I literally have written everybody I want to. Is it this one? Hold on. Or is it in the other one? I don't know, I got 1,000 fucking notebooks. But in one of my composition books, I literally wrote everybody I want to work with. Just down the list. You know what I'm saying? All the things I don't want to do. That's what, that's really like one of my real goals, right? Like I want to work with my favorite artists. I want to, be able to, what is it to be in the studio with them? You know what I'm saying? Like I know how I record. I know what I've experienced going to different studios in like Miami and shit like that or whatever, like on an underground tip. It's not like I ever went to like the fucking Hit Factory or some big studio, but like, motherfucker might build a studio in a warehouse, right across the street from fucking Winn-Dixie, and it's like, all right, bet, let's go there, and that's the spot for a while, and then that shit gets shut down, and oh no, fuck it, oh no, we going to Shim, like D Shim Studio. That's like if you down south, and you want quality, and you want fucking and someone that knows what they're doing and is like well established, D Shim is who you go to. All the artists from Miami or from down south specifically, they fuck with Shim, right? But I don't know what it is to be in a room with the legends and or just be able to see, like, even just to bear witness to creative process. I don't even need to do nothing. I don't even want to fucking record. Let me just sit. I would love to just sit down, be a fly on the wall, and be and observe and learn, and you know what I'm saying? That's like one of my real goals as a thing. I want community, and I want to work with the people that I love and appreciate and all that type of shit. So I don't want to go, and I know everyone's not gonna like me. I know that, I can't please everybody either. And I know I gotta do me and just be as authentic as I possibly can. And if people get it, cool. And if they don't, then whatever. Hopefully I win them over later. But I just gotta be, I have to do what I think is the right thing to do, not what the world tells me or whatever. And I do feel like I make sure that I am open to receive. So like when I listen when people talk, I don't have to 100% agree. But if I got a lot of respect for you, if I look up to you in any type of way, I'm gonna listen to every word you have to say. And I might not agree with everything. I might agree with 10%. I might agree with 90%. I might agree with 100. I might agree with 0. But I'm gonna listen to everything you have to say because, like, I fuck with the people I fuck with, and I'm also a student first in life. I mean, so, but yeah, like, damn, what was this on? Bro, look, 2 hours and 21 minutes, and this is my first time losing train of thought. Hey, I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting motherfucking better. Let's see. What else? There's just so much fucking fire shit. But yeah, Cole, man, them 2 songs was crazy. Like Mighty Mouse went fire as fuck. I love hearing Cole rap. I like that he's still participating. Like, even though like he dropped, fucking, I really love the Fall Off. Like, I think it to me it is aging really good. I mean, it just dropped this year. I'm saying it dropped years ago, but the Fall Off is one of my favorite albums of this year. Like, I really love the Fall Off. Like songs like Safety and fucking Who the Fuck Is You? The intro, 2-6, all that shit's dope. The song where he's rapping from the perspective of Tupac and Biggie, I think that's amazing. And I like the concept that disc 1 is from the perspective of him being 29, turning 30. And I like the perspective of disc 2 is him being 39, turning 40. And I guess the reason it resonates with me is because I'm 36 and I feel like I'm in this like middle between those two. So disc 1 and disc 2 are both gonna resonate with me because I'm not far from 30 and I'm not far from 40, right? So, I really, Cole's album is really dope. And there's so much good music right now. That's why I'm like right now I'm looking through my random hip hop playlist. Like on YouTube, I got something called a random hip hop playlist. So anything that I like or I stumble across, I just put it on the random hip hop playlist. Some stuff I haven't put on there because like T.I. album, I put some of them on there, but like I'm listening to the album from front to back. Like when I play it on YouTube Music, I'm listening to that bitch heavy. Another song, I'm gonna get into some nerd shit too. Damn, whoever's listening up until this point or listen up to this point or just fucking with my podcast in any capacity, I love you because you have no motherfucking reason to be listening to me right now. Up until this point, I realize I've been talking for 2 hours and 20-something minutes. And just having me, all right. So 2 things, right? One, I love Larizi's album, bruh. That's one of my, like, to whoever's like bigger than me, y'all need a peep game. That he's gonna be one. I'm telling us, I know. I know he's gonna be one of them soon. I'm saying soon because I don't want to throw a number or whatever. Shit could be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen the interview, but I've seen the interview that, like, the caption. He's like, he wants to be a superstar. The fact that that's what he's aiming for, and his album is full of, his album is dope. His album conceptually was fire. What he's rapping about is fire, and his skill set is fire, right? And my favorite song on is the fucking what's it? I hate Green Break Gold Chains. Oh my god, that song is hard. That's like when I'm in the gym. That's when I'm bumping crazy, bro. I'm getting swole, and that's what I'm listening to as I'm fucking pumping iron, bro. Pause. Pumping iron sound crazy. Pause on that bitch. But that's one of my favorite. That's one of my motherfucking favorite songs. All right, boom. Goddamn. Going back to that because I just seen this. There's a song, Sango. It's called Big Little Lies featuring Big Sean. Man, Sean is. I'm so happy for Big Sean, bruh. I want Big Sean to get all his flowers, bruh, because I feel like Sean is one of the greatest rappers ever. And it's funny they showed, because like I mentioned earlier, he just went fucking diamond, bruh. Congratulations, Big Sean, for going motherfucking diamond. Like, I think there's only like 100 records ever to go diamond, and there's 30 hip hop records. There's around 30 hip hop records that went diamond, and he's in that list. And they were showing other songs of his that are like 7 million. I forgot the songs. I'll be butchering it, but it was like someone commented on it like he has like 2 or 3 other records that are already in a row to become diamond as well. And I'm like, oh, that's so fire, bruh. I'm so fire. Because Sean, he do his shit. He out the fucking way. He ain't bothering nobody. He on some spiritual shit, but he's also being himself. Like, man, I fuck with you, Big Sean, bruh. Like, that's. He dropped a book. He got one of Big Sean's book and Will Smith's book are the 2 audio books that I've listened to the most, to be honest. I like Big Sean audiobook is like a movie to me. Like I've had that bitch on repeat. And the same thing with Will's book. But I'm really happy for Big Sean. I hope he continues to get his flowers and continues to do dope shit. I think he voiced in the anime too. The man is doing his he's on his story mode. He's doing his side quests and all this type of shit, man. Shout out to bro, dog. That's just fire. What else, man? I gotta look down the list. Goddamn. Hold on. Ooh, all right. Random as fuck. We could segue into cause I think I talked about all the rap stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh no, it's like 2 things I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about this. There's so much music that comes out, and sometimes you might miss something that you actually really fuck with, right? Bruh, IDK got a song called Kicking, right? I've been bumping that shit. Like, and I'm like, damn, I've never heard this before. This goes so fucking crazy, right? And, oh man, what's my favorite part? He's like, they pulling me over, that's what I'm doing. Wait, what? That's what I'm doing. No, I'm thotty and damn, I'm thugging. Damn, they cousins. And like how the beat drop and I'm like, whoa, hold up, man. I'm like, yo, and I've had that shit on repeat like this whole week. That's one of my favorite songs. Shout out to IDK. I really fuck with IDK. I'm mad because I'm not mad, but like I haven't got so full in, like there's artists that I really love that I haven't gotten so crazy into their like discography yet. But like I might have like an album that I really love, like, or a song that I really love, because I think the album, I forgot the album name again, because my dumb ass would just click the album and listen to it without fucking looking at it or whatever. But the album name is like a yellow cover, and it's like it's like his face is on it. But I know 2 songs that I like. That one, he flipped the Big Timer song, the Gator Booze with a pent out goo. He flipped that, and his verse is fucking crazy. And then on the album too, he got a song called Puerto Rico. It's like, girl, you just like Puerto Rico, dun, 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 Miami. Oh, when it rains, it pours like London. Ooh, your looks could be deceiving, thought I knew ya. That shit go crazy too. I fuck with IDK, bruh. So this is what I wanted to mention, and then we'll transition into the nerd stuff. Dang, we 2 hours 39 minutes in. I was watching a Grits and Eggs podcast, right? I already know I referenced the Grits and Eggs podcast a lot. It's one of my favorite podcasts. Like I think Dante, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm butchering shit, I be butchering shit. But he interviewed DJ Scream, right? And which obviously DJ Screams, he's in the Big Facts podcast as well. And it was dope to hear the story, right? And you know what I'm saying, the fact that it was ill hearing it from DJ Scream's perspective, his story of just like telling like how the whole like DJ thing and how it was DJing in Atlanta, and just like the mixtape era with like Gucci Man and fucking like, and then like when Future and fucking all these people, like when all these mixtape, like the mixtape era, right? And that whole how do you call it, that time frame, because I love what they was describing, the ecosystem, right? Of like, oh, we dropping mixtapes. You got the mixtape DJs pressing up CDs, giving it to like the flea markets or whatever, and then they like, it was all like it was almost like its own underground business thing. And it had me thinking, because I was just having a conversation with my homegirl Glacy about going like there was a flea market in down south that had closed. It was the West Perrine flea market. When I used to work at Winn-Dixie, the flea market was literally right next to it. So like the moment you walk in, there's a fucking glass table with a bunch of mixtapes of all type of shit going on, or whatever the case may be. People were eating off mixtapes, and it was a way to push music. But a lot of these mixtapes were hosted by DJs. So DJ Scream was someone that hosted he was talking about even the Migos, and like, you know what I mean, like just it showed how important that the mixtape DJ was at that time, right? And how it would, just think about it, like like you giving these mixtape songs to, and this is what they was describing, right? Of like, let's say a song, like the mixtape DJ got a song playing, and then they would just rewind back and then play it over again, and then like kind of like build the anticipation, or whatever. Like when you hear like a DJ Drama do that, or like just like, I think about when I heard like every time I heard on the Drought 3, when I heard Back on My Grizzy, like, bitch, I'm back on my Grizzy, Young Money, where you at? 2 tables in the mic till a DJ run it back. Hold up. And then they run that bitch back. Like, no, run that back. And this kind of postponing for you to get right to the thing. That built the anticipation. You got to enjoy the songs more like that. Or at least the mixtape songs. And that dialogue was dope. Y'all gotta check out that pod too. That dialogue was so fucking fire. I swear, that dialogue was so fucking fire. Because it was talking about even how, like, in the streaming era, you might have one song that's a hit, and then the rest of the songs could be like mid or whatever, but it's your album is still gonna do good or whatever. Like, people still gonna play it, or you'll get the energy off of it because of how streaming's set up. But back in the day, if you had a mixtape and only 2 songs out of 20 were good, that shit not getting played, because you got to put the CD in the car. You got to click through. I'm not, you know what I mean? Fuck that. I'll make my own burnt CD and take these 2 songs and put on something else. Let me see if I can get Glacy on the phone. Because we was just talking about that shit. She probably work. She broke out back. Said working to sleep. But yeah, just that, it made me think of that era. It made me think about when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, and what was like happening and going on and stuff at the time, and just that ecosystem that underground mixtape created, and also hearing the big artists rap on everyone else's beat, I mean, for me, that's why like I'm a student of Wayne. Wayne is my favorite rapper of all time. So me rapping over other people's beat is a piece that I get that from Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I want to rap on like my favorite beats or whatever the best beats. I mean, I don't look at it like that. I don't try to be like, oh, I'm gonna rap on the best songs. No, I'm gonna rap on the songs that I love because I want you'll get the best out of me if it's something that I genuinely like. Um, but wow, you know what I'm saying? What a fucking. But that was such a dope conversation. That was really dope conversation. So I really appreciated hearing that because it made me feel like, oh man, I remember that. I mean, I wish all these freestyles. Like, I wish I took this 2026 like free all these freestyles and had a DJ had that like a DJ took my 2026 freestyles and just fucking put oh my god, probably slap way harder than what it does now. Hold on. Yep, I'm not one killer, said another one. Quiet when I pull up with that cannon. No rap, no cap. I've been rapping. This delusion got me manifesting magic. Lead the tape of freestyle. Nothing's how I planned it. If I ain't see the blooper, made adjustment, gave it right back. All of this in real time. It's deeper than some punchlines. They robbed me for my time, so I double back to get what's mine. Only time I'm doing ties suits and lacy sneakers. 6 a.m. and buy them on hip boy in my sneakers. Leader of the new school, sound of the Zika. Every time I bust around, I know you gotta feel, bruh. To keep it real, bruh, I'm just trying to reach my goal. Rewire my thoughts. I felt the spark. Optimist mode. I've been shedding tears to masochist. I need this pain to move. Huh? What I said after that? Divine intervene and reconnect. I just want the unconnect for TD on my neck. I just want to close my eyes and instantly connect. And I ain't letting go none. You understand what you said? I was, mama needed bread, so I was packing. Mama needed bread, so I was packing bags for tips. Get it head on my little lunch break. Oh no, I was saying get a haircut on my lunch break. I did get spent on my lunch break. Bro. Get a haircut on my lunch break. Spend my rest of my little bitch. Finally talked to God and she responded back, or is it? Finally talked to God and he responded back, or is it she? Her womb is like honey, cause it's where I'm meant to be. And I ain't even lying. Flows water catch a stream. Worker versus rapper. I'm just busy fighting me, running through these heartless like a Disney RPG. Not like Sora, more like heart. Not like Sora, more like Hover when I say I got the keys. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, that's the verse I did on Canon. Ooh, I didn't share this with y'all either. Fuck, this is a long ad. I've had so much to say. I've been holding this shit in all fucking week. I performed for the first time in a long time on Tuesday, bruh. There's a poetry spot here, right? Fire, bruh. Fire. Man, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. This shit was awesome, bro. I ain't getting no footage of me because I was straight trash. I ain't even gonna lie. I did the first verse to the rapper, which is like, I got nothing but love to give. The love is real. Only love I know is here. Guided by this ink pen. Only time I get to feel I love it. This is my only vice. Pages full from left to right. Love the feeling that I'm feeling following this cosmic guide. I ain't gonna do it. I was reading that bitch on my phone, but I was trying to be all poetic with it because it was a poetry spot. So I was like, I got nothing but love to give. The love is real. Only love I know is here. Guided by this ink pen. I was on some shit like that. And then I did my verse to the Outkast song. It's Mr. MIA. Am I gonna make it? I don't know. Streamlining my consciousness. I'm flowing in the zone. I've been sacrificing sleep again, afraid to lose this light. I was lazy at my 20s. Spent my check on every vice. Alpha side of sneaker town. To meet a baddie, creep around, park behind the house. Paranoid. I heard her dad pop out. 20 in the tank, 2 black and miles, and switch the sweets before the lights and tweets. We would text on psychic threes. Gotta wake up in the morning, get the line, catch the line. Gotta wake up in the morning, catch the line and get these threes. Last time they saw my sizes, at least I got them from my queen. These days I'm up to work, back then I'm down to meet. She just got her braces, baby. Careful with your teeth. Man, when I said that, everybody was like, "Oh!" It broke my concentration. I couldn't finish the rest of the verse. And I was like, "I thank y'all. I fucking sat my ass down." But hold on, let me show y'all this shit, bro. This shit's so motherfucking cool, bro. Look at this shit.
Around the way, TJ. So get ready for a little Greece and a little ghetto. Get ready for the beauty of the Hebrew hanging out his window yelling out, Dale huevo! The secret recipe behind perms and doobies. are my brothers from another mother like Shaggy and Scooby, taking you on a heartfelt mission. Not only on surviving the streets, but surviving the system. Helping you find love in the simplest things in life, like a woman's rhythm. Kicking another childhood classic acid trip, nursery rhymes filled with curse lines, all told by a bunch of brothers from the projects like JJ from Good Times. And it's not like we won't respect the Lord. Oh, you're gonna see how much we loves the First Amendment. Cause if anybody could do it, we knew we could. Main talk is smack, sounds so good. So this right here is about the walks and talks behind the corner bodegas where we hang. But you need not worry about a thing. Cause up here, we don't gang bang, we bang slang. Thank you.
I swear, when I seen bro do that, all right, so I said this on the live or whatever, but just to keep this short for the pod and for anyone listening to it later on, I walked into the poetry spot because the first week I came to Puerto Rico, this is one of the first places that I seen, and I fell in love immediately because when you know the story about the spot, essentially this French guy came to Puerto Rico, fell in love with this Puerto Rican woman, and just he was so inspired that he started writing all this poetry and painting these images of like, you know, it was just he became her muse. And when I was there reading the story, I'm just like, oh, this is some shit from like the 1800s. And I look at what the poems and like, you know how they dated? That bitch said 1998. I said, oh shit, this just happened. And then the owner is the lady. Like, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, that's crazy. So she was actually there when we in the poetry thing or whatever, right? So I've postponed going to the poetry spot all the way up until this point. So I was like, nah, you know, I'm gonna go. But I don't want to perform. I just want to go spectate, right? And thank God for, like, one of the reasons I had brought up Jay earlier is I appreciate him rapping his verses on other beats, because it gave me the green light to, like, oh, I got so many fucking, bro, I went crazy this year, bro. I have 31 freestyles, 32 really freestyles, and that's probably, some songs have 2 verses, some songs 1 verse, or whatever. And I've rapped over 100 verses this year, right? I have so much good verses that it probably just, you know, fell to deaf's ears because I'm not, you know, big or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, oh, this is my way of being able to not get those off and also practice performing. But this Tuesday, I'm like, I'm not gonna perform, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I would go up there and do. I just want to be a fly on the wall. So I get there, and the lady's like, "Oh yeah, you just write your name to go ahead and you can sit down. But if you want to perform, I could put your name here." I was like, "Nah." I'm like, "But if I change my mind, can I come back?" She said, "Yeah." I didn't think I was gonna change. I'm just saying that shit. Like, yeah, like I mean, I meant it, but I didn't think that I would really change my mind. But there was a tiny piece of me that's like, "Hey, just, you know, if you change your mind, ask her." As soon as I seen bro perform that, I was like, nah, I gotta go up there. There's no fucking way. I gotta go up there. So I ran back. I'm like, can you please put me on the thing? She's like, okay. And then she whatever. So like 6 other people performed first, and then it's like, Jose. I was like, oh shit, it's time. I don't even know what no, I knew I was gonna do the rapper, and you know, I wrote lyrics to all the songs on the album. I have them written on my phone, so I was like, all right, do that. And then I was like, oh, the Outkast verse, I gotta commit that bitch to memory. So anyways, I got down whatchamacallit, what's it called? Damn, what's the oh, boom. So I fucked around and I was like, fuck it. Well, as soon as I did, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pull the Outkast, whatever. And then I did it. And it's a surprise. I haven't had a reaction like that in a solid little minute. You get what I'm saying? So it was dope for me to, one, I did the first verse of the rapper, and I got, you know, everyone, you know, it's the environment. Like, this is what I was saying earlier about, I don't want a fan base, I want community, right? Because community is embracive and supportive, right? I don't want just the fly by night fans that, oh, you caught a wave and everyone's watching because you're hot, and then now someone else got the wave and now you're left to, you're dried out. I want community, right? So that felt like a place where communities, because everybody had their own poetry, their own story, their own thing. Everyone was cool and very supportive. So it was ill to be in that environment. I was like, shit. I wrote a poem today, low key. Like free, because I'm still rapping. Like it's still essentially rapping, but I kind of get to like express my thoughts, and like even not rhyming is rhyming, right? And yeah, oh my god, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. So anyways, yeah, so I was just so now I've made a decision that every Tuesday I'm gonna go. I don't care even if I have to go to the gym, because the place because even if they be hauling me, bro, they be trying to get me off at 9 o'clock or some wild shit like that. But I get to even if I get off at 9 o'clock, it doesn't close till 12, so I'll be able to go there and like practice. Now I got a place where I could practice. I haven't performed none of the songs from WBR the Stoic Man, or even like my last little EP, Haru. I feel like the song Amaury Love would be awesome. Like I just want the money and the power and respect and the bitches and the bitches and the bitches and the bitch. I approached it like that song. I approached it like it was I was gonna do that on a tiny desk. My inner ambition is nothing but excelling, inhaling my dark side, and this angel I found heaven. What the fuck is you talking about? Fuck all that spooky shit. I'm trying to get my mama a house. Wait, I just need the money and the debit. Gotta get this LLC because my credit won't let me get this car. Or you 34 and broke. You think the pain is gonna drop? Your dream girl with a rich man broken in a foreign car. Frustrated at the bus stop. Nice ice grill. Could have spent that on some endo. Why your stomach grumbles? Oh, you spent that on some endo. Twisting my priorities. All right, I gotta get right. It's been a minute. But I'm thinking about these things like, oh wow, I got songs that I could like test out and like get an audience reaction. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I said that line, these days I'm up to work, back then I'm down to meet. She just got her braces, baby. Careful with your teeth. When I said that and everyone burst out and laughing, that was my first time getting a reaction to a line of mine. Right, like it wasn't. There wasn't applauding because I did a good job. They reacted to the line, and that meant the world to me. Because that's what I don't know who listens to my music. I don't know what my fans are. I don't know if anyone has a favorite song of mine, or am I anyone's favorite rapper? Do I have anybody? Does anyone like any of my songs? That this is just something in rotation. Does anyone know any of my verses word for word? I don't know. So. Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional, but I don't know. But that's a goal of mine. I want to matter, bruh. I really want to matter, bruh. I really want to matter. All right. So, okay. We can damn. Today was on some really hip hop shit, bro. I can't believe I'm damn near 3 hours and I didn't even get to talk about everything I wanted to talk about. What else? All right, let's before I transition to the nerd shit, this was an ill quote. I had wrote this down, and this is from the Grits and X podcast, because they posted a video. I didn't know it was I thought the mid, you know how there's like a mid-year cap recap video or whatever. I genuinely thought it was like a new episode, so I'm listening to it, but this was from older episodes or whatever, but I never heard this. I guess I didn't watch this episode of the podcast, or I think this is before I got put on, or whatever the case may be. But there was a quote he said, and I thought it was powerful, and I wanted to repeat it, right? It said, reclaim the rhythm of nature. You are a tree. The tree isn't dead till it falls. But it still nurtures everything around it after it falls. That just resonated with me. Like, anyways, I'll just leave that right there, right? All right. So, on some nerd shit, X-Men 97, episode 4. Or 5, my bad, 5. Motherfucking gas. Hold up. Episode centered around Wolverine with all the other people that was in the fucking Weapon X program. not to compare, but it felt like a Suicide Squad episode, low key, and that's a whole nother project. But that's what it felt like. And I figured, I'm like, okay, he trying to get his adamantium back, but he ain't tell nobody. I thought they was just going like how Wolverine explained it to all the other people. Like Sabretooth was there, fucking Lady Deathstrike. I fuck with Lady Deathstrike. I love because that was like Wolverine's old female in Japan, and then both of them got whatever. Now she a bad guy. I like the backstory and shit like that. And Sabretooth is Wolverine's like rival, like slash kind of like brother type shit. But they don't fuck with each other. They always beefing. And then some other people and then Morph. I don't understand why. Well, there's like Morph is gay and he got a crush on Wolverine. That's a weird dynamic, but whatever, fine, okay, bet. Right? And Wolverine's in love with Jean, and then Jean loves Cyclops. There's all this goddamn drama in fucking X-Men, but whatever, right? So, the episode feels like a video game though. Did y'all get that vibe? Remember like those old Super Nintendo X-Men games and stuff where you enter a base and you going down a platform and all this type of shit? Like that's what that episode felt like to me, right? So boom. Goddamn, they're on their way. The episode starts. They're on a fucking helicopter. They're on their way to the facility that Wolverine said that they're trying to stop some Weapon X program or some shit like that. And this is obviously this is spoiler. But Wolverine capping. He just trying to get his adamantium back, but he ain't tell nobody. So everyone else think they're on a mission. Wolverine, nah, he want his goddamn adamantium. So boom. They go they're on their way to the base. These fucking mutated pigeons or some shit like that attack the helicopter and crash. It's funny, I forgot the mutant's name, but bro's in the helicopter talking hella shit like, yeah, I told him this and then I pulled the guns out, and that's like, oh, he was just making jokes about killing somebody, and he was the first person that died. It's to me, it's wild that they let him get away with this. Cause he just like the episode wasn't on 5 minutes, and as soon as the helicopter crashed, he died. He's like impaled through some like wood shit or whatever. They figure out like, oh, this is some mutated birds or some shit like that. They go inside the fucking lair, and apparently there's some like alien type thing. It almost made me think of the xenomorphs from actual Alien or whatever. So there's these aliens that got loose inside of this facility or whatever, right? And it's somehow tied to like the Weapon X program, where like the adamantium, like the bugs can't, or the mutation of that whatever, because what happening is the bugs are kind of like vampires. They'll bite the fucking the host, and it'll cause them to mutate into the bug shit or whatever, right? So they did some shit that I didn't think they would actually get away with. So they fucked around and how you call it? They fucked around and goddamn they get inside the facility. They see like these bugs have taken over. Like the guy that they was looking for, he ended up transforming to one of the monsters. They kill him, and then the fucking facility is full of these bug creatures. So they decide to split up. It's like, all right, we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. Y'all pull up to control room. Let's get the power on. This, that, and the third. They didn't realize Wolverine was capping the whole time, right? So when they get the power on and go back downstairs, they're like, yo, where the fuck is Wolverine? And the dude that was with Wolverine, he's like, no, they got him. He transformed. And then when you see Wolverine, this dude is like a monster / Wolverine. Like he got infected, and then they had to fight Wolverine. And then that's when they find out, oh, you was capping. You wasn't trying to stop this thing. You were trying to get your adamantium back. And then randomly too, Omega 13, he's in that bitch too, locked up. So they're fighting Omega Red, goddamn, and apparently Omega Red comes out. So then like Omega Red is fighting everybody. Wolverine fighting Omega Red. They doing all this extra shit, and then they come up with a plan to like knock Wolverine into the machine, because like, this was good writing, because early in the episode they had found, like when they went to turn on the electricity, they found these DVDs of the experiments that they were doing, right? So it showed, one of the things that they explained was like, oh, the adamantium for some reason kills the bugs immediately, or the infection or whatever the case may be. So because Wolverine's healing factor, they're like, oh fuck it, let's throw him in the thing, inject him with the adamantium, and not only will he get his adamantium back, but it'll destroy the disease or whatever the case may be. So eventually they successfully do that, and Wolverine whoops Omega 13, and that's it. But and I wish I could make this a little more doper, but that episode was so fire, bruh. It was so good. Like the animation, the fighting, I laughed a couple times. And Wolverine, he a selfish ass motherfucker. People died so he get his adamantium back, and he didn't give a fuck. He like, nah, this is me, bruh. I need this. Cause I seen the frustration like in the earlier episodes. He over there fighting Sentinels. His claws are breaking over the fucking robot's head, so it's not doing nothing. But yeah, that A1 X-Men 97 was dope. Something else that was cool that's X-Men related. There was a rumor that Adam Driver got casted as Magneto for the new X-Men that's gonna be in the MCU. And then there was like a big thing, like, what, Adam Driver's Magneto? There's people excited about it. There's people that wasn't excited about it. But then they're like, no, he's not Adam Driver. He's not they're not casting him as Magneto. He's Sinister. I was like, that's the actual cool, not bad casting, low key, because they had never done Sinister in live action, and that's an ill bad guy because he's a mutant that experiments on mutants. He's the reason why like they made a clone of Jean that became Madeline Pyre and then tripped Cyclops into having a baby with her while the real Jean was like locked up somewhere. So now this clone had a baby with Cyclops, and then the real Jean mad because she cheated on Jean with Jean. Cyclops cheated on Jean with Jean. Some wild shit, bro. I don't understand why there's so much drama in this motherfucker, but it was crazy. But it's like, oh, that's an ill villain to start. I think that's an amazing villain to start off with. But then come to find out that it's neither of them, and now it's supposed to be somebody else. I think something Tillman or whatever, like the dude or the person, not Tillman, no, I'm thinking about the guy who's in No Way Home. It was damn, bro, Stryker, the guy who's responsible for the Weapon X program or whatever the case may be. I don't know me personally, I think he would be a great Sinister. But I don't know about Magneto. I didn't think that was a good fit. They really should just use the dude that played him in First Class. I actually think for the reboot they should just, I know they're not going to do it, but I just feel like the actors from First Class played them so well that they should continue to reprise those roles, I think. But that's just me. I don't know if that's actually a real thing. But especially with the MCU now, I think after Secret Wars they're gonna separate the universes again, but they're gonna have the luxury of making movies in different universes, and it has nothing to do with the mainline MCU. So that way the mainline MCU could keep doing this thing and making to collect the stories and stuff, but other directors and actors could continue their roles and just tell their own separate stories. That's what I think they're going to do with Deadpool. I think they're going to send Deadpool and Wolverine back to their universe, and then they'll I don't know. I think and I think Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are still going to be playing those characters, but in their universe, right? And Deadpool is so fucking cerebral, that not cerebral, but he's so fourth wall breaking that he could just jump in anywhere and it'll make sense because that's how he is in the comic book. So I think they're actually setting up the MCU in a really good way. I wish I could talk about the Odyssey, but I'm not gonna watch it I might watch it in a couple hours. I don't know. I'm up as fuck right now, bruh. I done been out all day but I'm so full of energy and shit like that. Man, I'm really, really, really grateful, yo. This has been a real cool thing for me. I ain't gonna lie. I love doing the pod now. I wish I could do it more often, but actually I think it's better for me to wait till Sunday because I feel like I got more to say. And I don't want to talk about nothing I'm not passionate about. That's why even when I write something down, I'm kind of, I just want to be pure or have my real thoughts and stuff. And I'm just grateful I was able to share this shit with y'all in this space, and whoever's paying attention and watching, this means a lot to me. Especially, I know my life is going to change soon, meaning that come January, bruh, I'm gonna be a full-time student plus working, a full-time job with overtime plus, doing the pod plus, it's gonna be so much on my plate. So I want to take advantage of like my freedom right now, and just live a little bit and then be able to share it with y'all. What I'm saying? What I'm going through, and y'all get to see it in real time. But I know it's gonna be difficult. But I gotta do this because not only, I want to make my parents proud and my family proud and myself proud. You know what I'm saying? God proud, all this shit, and I want to be able to set myself up so I could truly contribute, bruh. There's things that I feel like I still can't, that are kind of far from me. Maybe that's just my, maybe my eyes are lying to me. I don't know. Maybe things are way closer than I think, and I'm just, so used to losing and not, that's why even like when certain things happen, I'm like, huh, how? This shit just has felt so far away for such a long time that when blessings and things start happening for me, it's like I don't believe it. It's like I'm suffering from imposter syndrome. Like, nah, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, why am I? How the fuck? Well, I spoke to you. Ain't no fucking way. That's hell. Why? How? Like, why? Like, and I know it's faulty thinking. I know I shouldn't think this way, but it's just like I heard Kevin Smith say this. Oh, that was such a dope pod too. Kevin Smith was on the DC pod or whatever. I guess he wrote a new Bizarro comic book, and from the perspective, like I forgot. Damn, I should have went and bought that shit today. But he was like, he had a new comic book, but then there was asking questions and like, him talking about like when he made Clerks and then Mallrats and this and that. He has such an ill story. I fuck with Kevin Smith heavy. I actually got a sign. I seen him live. He did comedy right before I went to Puerto Rico. He did stand up comedy in the Improv. I got to see him live. He was really good. He made me laugh. I fuck with Kevin Smith. But anyways, man, I'm super thankful for everyone that's been tapped in. As much as I am grateful about it, I really need this. I need to get this vent. Because the moment I get off this bitch, I'm probably going to be sad. Like, oh, my God. But I'm laughing, but it's some real shit. I don't give a fuck. I want to be transparent with my audience and shit like that. Like, again, I want to build community. And thank God for the things that I've been tapped into and the people that I watch or been exposed to and stuff like that. Because, like, again, I just want to learn and be a better person and be a better man and, like, truly learn from my mistakes. So this is why I'm making certain decisions. This is why I made a real tough decision to quit smoking. I made a real decision to go back to school. I made a decision to go to therapy. I'm making a decision to go to the gym, very consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm making the gym to even be in control of my motherfucking oh, I gotta check the right speed. Hold on. Anyways, I gotta get out of here because I just realized I've been on this bit forever. I